We welcome you inside Ray Winder Field here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Mike Linscott welcoming you to Game 1 of a 5-game series and Game 1 of a 9-game road trip as the Springfield Cardinals here taking on the Arkansas Travelers. Game 1 of a 5-game series. As you heard Rob mention, the Cards returning to the scene of the crime, if you will, where the Arkansas Travelers took 4 games to open the 2005 season. They got off to a fresh start. They went 4-0, dropping the Cardinals in all 4 games here at Ray Winder. In the most recent matchup between these two clubs, a 5-game series at Hammons Field, the Cards got off with a victory in Game 1. However, they would drop 3 of the next 4, as they would have to settle for 2 out of 5. Now, overall, the Cardinals with just a 2-7 record against the Arkansas Travelers. Both clubs coming into tonight's action, identical records as the Cardinals 31-30, the Arkansas Travelers 31-30. Everybody looking up still at the Tulsa Drillers in the East Division, as the Drillers with a victory last night here on this very field, 5-3 over these Travelers. Tulsa now, their magic number sits at 4 games as they have a 6-game lead over the Springfield Cardinals, 6 over the Arkansas Travelers, 7 up on the Wichita Wranglers. Right now, the Tulsa Drillers, their magic number is 4 in order to clinch a first-half Texas League East Division crown. Moving into our keys for victory tonight, brought to you by Gorman & Gorman Home Loans. The keys to victory brought to you by Gorman & Gorman. Step up to the plate with Gorman & Gorman Home Loans. Call 889-1920. Let our family help your family find the right loan for the right home today. Take a look at the pitching. Stephen Shell making his 3rd start of the season against the Springfield Cardinals. No record and an ERA of over 6 in 2 different starts against the Cardinals. His last appearance against Springfield came at Hammons Field. It was a game that the Travelers won in 12 innings by a count of 7-5 in that particular ball game. Stephen Shell worked into the 6th inning. He gave up 4 runs on 6 hits, and the Cardinals have hit him pretty well a couple of different times this year. He also gave up 4 runs on 6 hits in 6 innings here in his first start of the season, as that came against the Springfield Cardinals here at Ray Winder. However, in both of those games, the Travelers would rally from behind and take down the Cardinals. A 7-5 victory for Stephen Shell, or rather not for Stephen Shell. He did not get the win, however, a no decision as his team was on the good side of the scoreboard. A 7-5 victory the last time he threw the ball. Meanwhile, you've got Jeremy Cummings going for the Springfield Cardinals. He is the reigning Texas League pitcher of the week, and obviously the Cards will need him to continue the mastery that he showed against the Frisco Rough Riders. He allowed a 2-out first-inning single off the bat of the former SMS Bear, Jason Hart. After that, Jeremy Cummings would retire 19 men consecutively. 7 scoreless innings of 1-hit baseball. Jeremy Cummings, for the effort, was obviously credited with the victory in a 2-0 shutout over the Frisco Rough Riders, and of course was named thereafter Texas League Pitcher of the Week. So the Cardinals will have to continue to hit Stephen Shell well. They'll need to get good pitching from the right-hander, Jeremy Cummings. Those are your Gorman & Gorman Home Loans keys to victory. Again, call Gorman & Gorman, 889-1920, and let our family bring your family home today. Mike Linscott inviting you to stay tuned here on your Farmers Insurance pregame report. When we return, we'll send it back to the Jock Studios, where Rob Evans will take a look at tonight's Spring Mountain Air Who's Hot and Who's Not segment. It's a gorgeous night here in Little Rock as the road trip gets underway this evening. 9 consecutive games to wrap up the 2005's first half, and indeed it is the most important series that the Springfield Cardinals will play here in the 2005 first half, until hopefully we get to Tulsa, when we can fill that one as the next most important series that the Cardinals will play here in the 2005 first half. Still hunting for that first half Texas League East crown, and it begins here tonight in a game with the Arkansas Travelers. Rob Evans has a continuation of your Farmers Insurance pregame report coming up next on Jock 98.7.
So I'm watching TV with Lamar, and he yells at me to put the game on. So I tell him, you put the game on. My hands are full. And he says, then put down your McDonald's double quarter pounder with cheeseburger and change the channel. And I say, you put down your double quarter pounder with cheese. So he says, fine, we'll just sit here and watch couples figure skating until one of us is done. Of course, the double QPC sandwich is not only tasty, but stacked, so it took a while. But now I know what a triple sow cow is.
McDonald's double QPC, pound one. I'm loving it. Wait before cooking meat
Trouble isn't trouble if you know where to go. So ask your friends and neighbors, ask everyone you know. Where do you take your car? when it needs to be fixed. I bet you hear them say, I'll take my car to the Ritz.
When your car isn't working, neither are you, and no one can afford that. But you can afford Rick's Automotive. Whether you need a repair, routine service, or a major overhaul, Rick's ASE certified technicians can do it all.
I'll take my car to the Ritz.
Welcome back to our final segment of tonight's Farmers Insurance pregame show. Jeremy Cummings will be on the mound tonight for the Cardinals as they open up the series at Ray Winder Field in Little Rock coming up in just a couple of moments. It's time now to take a look at who's hot and who's not. Brought to you by your local Lennox dealer in southwest Missouri, Spring Mountain Air. As for who's hot, well, today it was Randy Johnson for the New York Yankees as he pitched 7 solid innings as the Yankees beat the St. Louis Cardinals earlier today. Who's not? Well, we got to continue our look at the Tampa Bay Devil Rays of Lou Piniella. His ball club has lost 9 of 10, and they've lost 6 in a row going into their ball game on this Saturday evening. That's a look at who's hot and who's not, brought to you by your local Lennox dealer in southwest Missouri, Spring Mountain Air. You've been listening to the Farmers Insurance pregame show, and this is Rob Evans inviting you to stay tuned for Springfield Cardinals baseball coming up next on Jock 98.7.
If allergies or asthma make it hard for you to breathe in hot summertime, let Spring Mountain Air help you. Spring Mountain Air is offering the Lennox Pure Air purification system. This system will clean the air in your home, allowing you to breathe easy this summer. For more information about this wonderful Lennox product that will help improve your standard of living, call Paul at Spring Mountain Air today. The number is 831-4036, and tell Paul you want to breathe easy this summer. Spring Mountain Air and Lennox, make your home a better place. You've been listening to the Farmers Insurance pregame show. Now stay tuned for Springfield Cardinals baseball on the Jock 98.7.
Everyone knows that Cardinals fans are the best in baseball. Now you can be in the loop and know everything about the Springfield Cardinals first by visiting www.springfieldcardinals.com and sign up for the Cards newsletter. Keep up with transactions, all the latest promotional news, and get game stories and recaps immediately after each and every Cardinals game. Sign up for the newsletter and always be kept in the Cardinals loop at www.springfieldcardinals.com. Springfield Cardinals baseball, the game you remember.
Wait, so a bear trashed your car?
A grizzly bear.
Well, what provoked him?
The box of donuts I left in the back seat.
Ah, so to get the donuts, a bear trashed your car.
A grizzly bear.
Because no one is more focused on getting your car back to normal than your farmer's agent. Describing how you got into an accident can be a lot harder than describing how you got out of one.
So I already got my car back. Whoa, who's your insurance company?
Farmers Auto Insurance. Gets you back where you belong.
To find a farmer's agent near you, call 1-800-FARMERS.
For the farmer's agent closest to you, call 1-800-FARMERS or 1-800-327-6377.
It's time for Springfield Cardinals baseball. This game on Jock 98.7 is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Assist to Sell. They can sell your home and save you money. By Trolley's Bar and Grill on Park Central Square. By G3 Boats and Yamaha. Still the best value on the water. And by your local Farmers Insurance agent. And now, Springfield Cardinals baseball live on Jock 98.7.
The most important road trip of the 2005 season's first half begins here tonight as your Springfield Cardinals travel to Little Rock, Arkansas for game number 1 in a 5-game series and game number 1 in a 9-game road trip. 5 here in Little Rock against the Arkansas Travelers. We will finish it off with 4 straight at the division-leading Tulsa Drillers house in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tonight, Jeremy Cummings gets to go, coming off a remarkable 7-inning, 1-hit shutout performance, a game that propelled him into reigning Texas League Pitcher of the Week status. We bid you good evening. We welcome you to Ray Winder Field here in Little Rock, Arkansas for game 1 of a 5-game set. Michael and Scott welcoming you here on the radio home of your Springfield Cardinals, Jock 98.7. We're also live around the world on the internet, courtesy of the good folks at the Jock, all available through the Cards website at SpringfieldCardinals.com. Wasabi, everybody. Hope you've had a tremendous Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon and going to settle in here with some Springfield Cardinals baseball. Could it get any more wild last night? Juan Diaz literally saving the day. A solo home run to lead off the bottom half of the ninth inning. His second home run of the night. He becomes the first Springfield Cardinal player to pick up 4 hits in any one ball game. The guy just did it all last night. He finished 4 for 5, 2 home runs, giving him 7 on the season. He now has more RBIs than games played. Stay hot, kid. Stay hot. Juan Diaz putting the Cardinals on his back and riding to a 10-9 victory last night over the Wichita Wranglers after the Wranglers had scored 3 ninth-inning runs. Tonight, the Springfield Cardinals look to keep that momentum going. Jeremy Cummings will go for the Cards against Stephen Shell of the Arkansas Travelers. We bust right into the starting lineups now. First for Chris Maloney, Springfield Cardinals 31-30 on the season, 6 games back of division-leading Tulsa. Sean Boyd leading things off. Boyd out there in center field. Travis Hansen will bat second. Hansen is the third baseman. Robinson Cancel got the evening off last night. Cancel back behind home plate tonight. He'll be the catcher batting third. Juan Diaz, the man, the first baseman tonight for the Cards. He's batting in the number 4 spot. Tyler Mingus is the right fielder. He's batting in the number 5 position. Pablo Bolivar had a crucial 3-run pinch hit double in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Looked like it put the Cardinals ahead for good at the time. It broke the 6-6 8th inning tie. Big 3-run double for Bolivar tonight. He starts in left field. He bats in the 6th spot. Cody Harther is the designated hitter. He'll bat 7th. Aaron Herr, the second baseman, batting 8th. Kevin Estrada will be the shortstop. Estrada will bat 9th. As I mentioned, Jeremy Cummings is on the hill, a record of 1-0 for Cummings as he makes just his 3rd start of the 05 season in a Cardinal uniform. For Tom Gamboa and his Arkansas Travelers coming into tonight, an identical record as the Springfield Cardinals as they are 31-30, tied with the Cards for second, 6 games behind division-leading Tulsa. Reggie Willits leading it off for Gamboa's Travelers. Willits, the center fielder, batting first. Alberto Callaspo is the second baseman, batting second. Erick Aybar is the shortstop. He's batting in the number 3 spot. Mike Napoli has had a tremendous month of May, continuing it here in the month of June. Napoli is the catcher, batting cleanup. Tommy Murphy is the right fielder. He's batting 5th. Greg Porter, the third baseman. Porter batting in the number 6 spot. David Gates is out in left field. Gates is batting 7th. Mike Elward is the first baseman. Elward bats 8th. And Ryan Leahy gets the start at the DH spot this evening. Ryan Leahy, the designated hitter, will bat 9th. On the hill tonight for the Arkansas Travelers, Angels prospect Stephen Shell, the right-hander, on the season, a record of 3-4 and an ERA of over 5. He makes his 3rd start of the season against the Springfield Cardinals as Stephen Shell overall now this season, a record of 3-4. 5.01 ERA, 13th appearance on the year. And as I mentioned, his 3rd start against the Cardinals, no record, 2 no decisions, and an ERA of over 6. Those are your starting lineups, and we're just about ready to roll here in Little Rock as they got a little man out there throwing out the ceremonial first pitch as Mike Napoli, one of 5 Arkansas Traveler All-Stars, catching the first pitch. A 9-game road trip, and indeed the Tulsa Drillers opening up a very important series tonight. They are on the road for the first of 5 straight games in Wichita, and we will keep you up to date as best as possible with what the division-leading Tulsa Drillers are doing. Time is starting to run out. Granted, we only have 9 games remaining here in the first half, and again, 6 games out. That means the magic number is 4 for the Tulsa Drillers, as with a loss tonight, the Drillers could potentially be just 5 games in front, because that means obviously one of those 2 teams has to win to go to 32-30. Meanwhile, the other will go to 31-31, which means this opening game here very much a crucial game. And as much as we were pulling against the Wichita Wranglers here for the last 4 days, now suddenly they become our best friends as they host the Drillers tonight in the first of a 5-game series in Wichita at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. 83 degrees here with your first pitch temperature, and the humidity is 65%. A little bit of wind tonight blowing, as it says, it's coming from the east at 23 miles per hour, gusts up to 30 miles an hour. It's not quite blowing that hard right now, but the information here obtained from weather.com earlier this afternoon smoking red hot. Felt like we were sitting out here in a sauna. And with the big open-air press box here at Ray Winder, open-air press box, a.k.a. a giant picnic table. The wind has tendency to gust in here everywhere, so keep our eye on the wind right now. It is essentially blowing out to right field, which would be an advantage for any left-handed pull hitter. Hello, Travis Hansen on deck. Here's Sean Boyd as he's going to lead things off. Steven Shell ready to roll. Here comes the line, and the first pitch on the way to Boyd. Outside corner for a called strike, and we're underway. Tardy, 4 minutes late tonight at 7:14 in the p.m., and as I mentioned, 83 degrees here at game time. It's a sauna. The 0-1 on the way from right-hander Steven Shell. Line shot back through the box. It got a piece of Shell, and it ricochets out to Erick Aybar, and he'll make the play. 1-6-3, as Shell didn't mean to deflect that. Partially self-defense, as he knocked it down and slowed it up enough to where Aybar could make the play. 1-6-3, 2 pitches and 1 gone. So Boyd rips one right back through the box, except it didn't make it cleanly. And Aybar, along with Callaspo, well, you know all the rumors and all the billing and all the hype. They are outstanding defensively. Got an opportunity to watch them in a 5-game series here at Hammons Field here just a few weeks back. Hansen takes it for a ball, and it's 1-0. It was in that very batter's box that Travis Hansen became the first Springfield Cardinal player to ever hit a home run. There's a little comeback tapper as Shell flashes the glove this time. Doesn't knock it down with his body. He just flat out stops it. Hansen is out 1-3 as Shell delivers it over to Elward. Quickly 2 up, 2 down, and here's Robinson Cancel. This is Robbie's first trip back to Ray Winder Field in quite some time. Remember, Cancel played for the Midland Rockhounds years and years ago as he was part of the Oakland A's organization. Of course, he was not with the team in the first 4-game series of the season when the Cardinals opened up their inaugural season down here at Ray Winder with 4 straight, losing all 4 games as Cancel takes it on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Robbie batting .326, 6 home runs, 19 RBIs, and he smokes one to right field and fairly deep. Tommy Murphy going back at the track, reaches down, and he hauls it in. Murphy, very unorthodox out there in right field in making that grab. Started to get turned and twisted sideways, then had to reach over and partially make a shoestring catch as he lunged over to his left. Brings it in for the final out as Cancel robbed of extra bases. Pretty good running catch there by Tommy Murphy. It'll be Jeremy Cummings, the reigning Texas League pitcher of the week. He dealt in his last start. He'll look to keep that going as the right-hander toes it up for just the 3rd time in his Springfield Cardinal career. No score. Crabs coming up on Jock 98.7.
The first inning is brought to you by the Heather Klein Family Dentistry.
Trusting someone with your child is never an easy decision, and when it comes to choosing a dentist, it can be even more difficult. I know because I am the mother of 2 boys myself. I'm Heather Klein of Heather Klein Family Dentistry, and I want to invite you to bring your child in for a free consultation concerning their teeth. The first 6 years are the most important, but healthy teeth are one thing you don't want your child to outgrow. Call me, Heather Klein, at 885-7040, and let's start your child on the way to a lifetime of beautiful smiles.
Today we're talking to new Dodge owners at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive.
I got a Dodge Ram with an available Hemi V8.
I got a Durango with the roomiest interior of any vehicle in its class.
I got a Magnum with over 70 cubic feet of maximum cargo space.
I got a wife, 2 kids, and a dog. Show me a Caravan.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer for some of our best deals and low payments on the Dodge you really want. Now at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive, or visit dodge.com/sale. Interior room claim based on automotive news classification.
True fans often go to great lengths to show their support for the team. Fortunately, you don't have to go to great lengths to get a Springfield Cardinals checking account. You just have to go to Great Southern. Sign up now during the inaugural season and get this all-weather sports radio with your new account, as if you needed an extra incentive. Sport your Cards card wherever you go. Get more for your money at Great Southern.
No score. Jeremy Cummings doing his warm-up fang out there on the hill. As they toss it down to second, we're about ready to get underway here. Bottom half of the first inning. Cards go 1-2-3 in the top half of the frame. A couple of hard-hit balls, though. Boyd blistered one that Shell got in the way of. Came rolling out to Erick Aybar at short. Meanwhile, Cancel lines out. Pretty good running catch made by the right fielder, Tommy Murphy. Here in the bottom of the first inning, it's Reggie Willits, Alberto Callaspo, and then Erick Aybar. First offering on the way. Outside corners. Cummings fires a strike. It's 0-1. Home plate umpire tonight is Jason Stein. Stein is the crew chief. Down there at first base, David Rackley. And Steve Fritzoni is over there at third. That's your blue crew. Pitch on the way. Line drive, right field. And that's many base hits as Cummings allowed in 7 innings in his last start. Willits leads it off with a clean single to right field. Remember, it was the former SMS Bear Jason Hart who picked up a 2-out first inning single. That would be it. 1 hit, no walks. Cummings retired the next 19 men that he faced. And over the course of 7 shutout innings, he allowed just a base runner. Cardinals allowed a walk in the 8th and a walk in the 9th, one by each of the relievers that came in, but 3 total base runners for the Frisco Rough Riders on that particular day. A 2-0 Cardinal victory behind Cummings' first victory in a Cards uniform. He fires a strike to Alberto Callaspo outside corner, and it's 0-1. Cummings works from the stretch. Pitch on the way. This one misses down and out. 1-1. Callaspo, one of 5 All-Stars for the Arkansas Travelers. Callaspo, .319, 6 home runs, 35 RBIs. Batting from the left-hander side of the plate. Callaspo and Aybar, both switch hitters. And for that matter, the man at the top of the lineup, Reggie Willits, is a switch hitter too. But those middle infielders for the Arkansas Travelers, we've been talking about them all year long, and they get their props. They will start for the Texas League's East Division down in Frisco, Texas. There's a move over to first base. Big man slaps down the tag. Willits is just back in safe. 1-1 on Callaspo. Over there at first, Willits, you got to keep an eye on him. He bats leadoff for a reason. He's got 16 bags this year, being held on by Juan Diaz. He stays. Pitch on the way to Callaspo. Line drive, left field line. That's foul. About 5 or 6 feet anyway. 1-2. Defensively, the Cardinals have Robinson Cancel behind home plate, working with the right-hander Cummings. Over there at third is Travis Hansen. At shortstop is Kevin Estrada. At second base, Aaron Herr. First, you've got Juan Diaz. Outfield from left to right, Papo Bolivar, Sean Boyd, Tyler Mingus. Here's Cummings with another move over there. Willits dives back in safely. Here at Little Rock, you've heard us talk about what a old school type stadium it really is. Not a lot of amenities here that make it very pleasurable. There goes Willits. The pitch is lined foul into the stand, actually off the very top of the fence that protects the fans there on the third base side. As that'll give somebody a good scare. Ball comes ricocheting out to manager Tom Gamboa, who will point at a young man in the front row there on the left field side, and he says, "My man, this one's for you." 1-2 on Callaspo. There goes the runner again. The pitch is high for a ball. Cancel throw down to second base is in the dirt, dug out by Estrada. The tag not in time. Good throw may have had Willits. Good pick by Estrada at second base as he saves Cancel from an error. Yes, that one was in the dirt. Stolen base for Willits is number 17 on the season. And with nobody out, a man in scoring position is Cummings in a little bit of a first inning bind. The pitch on the way to Callaspo, a little comebacker. Now he's got Willits caught in the rundown. Hansen's going to take it from the right-hander Cummings. Now Hansen deals it back to the shortstop, Kevin Estrada. And what do we got here? Are they really going to claim base runner interference? Oh, goodness sakes. Not base runner interference, rather. They're going to say Travis Hansen got in the way. Wow. Where's Chris Maloney? Here he comes, finally. Like, it was kind of close, but it wasn't that close. They're going to say after Hansen unloaded to Kevin Estrada, that Hansen was in the way. There was no contact. In fact, there wasn't even anything close to contact. Maloney going to town on each of the umpires. Hansen doing a job on one, and Skip's going to have an early night here. He's just absolutely infuriated right now. Maloney is a legend here in Arkansas. I'd say there's a good portion of the fans that know that Skip used to do his business here in a Traveler uniform back in the day when the Travelers were a Cardinal affiliate. And right now he's putting on a show in front of some of his former fans. Yeah, it's not a good call. Hammer out there just gives it the head roll, and now he is towing the line. I'll give it 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Come on, Hammer, don't let me down. 3. Maloney starting to walk back to the dugout, and it looks like he's going to escape. I'm wrong. Fans will applaud the effort from Cardinal manager Chris Maloney. I don't blame you, babe. I don't blame you at all. He'll work on the home plate umpire and the crew chief, Jason Stein, on the way back, too, because you know what? Now, here he comes. Going to town on the home plate umpire now. The man that he was infuriated with at first is over there at first, and he was the one that came over to where the rundown was taking place as the umpires settling in, and the first base umpire, David Rackley, is the man that made the call. And Skip just, I think, bought himself a new orange chair down in the Arkansas dugout. I don't know if that one's going to be salvageable. Runners at first and third. Maloney still going off on Jason Stein. That's a tough call. Hansen, how in the world? There was no contact. Hansen wasn't even close to making contact. And unless there's contact, usually that's not called. It's not like he was close enough to where Willits just stopped and said, hey, man, get out of the way. Hansen is going to be called for interference, and that allows Willits to take the bag in question, and that's third. Meanwhile, Callaspo is aboard on the fielder's choice, and that's just a rough call. Pitch to Aybar is a strike, and it's 0-1. Maloney is all fired up, and in fact, this crew right here of Jason Stein, David Rackley, and Steve Fritzoni had a tough time the last time we saw them out here at Hammons Field here not so long ago. There goes the runner for second. Callaspo, the pitch is going down to second now. The throw from Cancel. He's going to get Callaspo. Holding at third is Reggie Willits. One away. That's a big one. Pitch was up and away. Going down to second was the throw from Robinson Cancel. And Callaspo is tagged out by Kevin Estrada. Caught stealing 2-6 as the Travs continue to run. They are the leading stolen base team in the Texas League. They have more swipes than anyone else. They are 1 for 2 here in the early going in inning number 1. 1-1 now as the infield is creeping in. The pitch to Aybar is fouled at the plate, and it's 1-2. Erick Aybar, switch hitter, batting from the left-hander side. 267 on the year. 3 homers, 20 RBIs. Infield is in all the way around the horn. Hansen, Estrada, Diaz. All on the infield grass. The 1-2 on the way is way inside, and it got him in the shoulder. Aybar will throw the bat away as he's on his way to first. Well, with 2 strikes on him, you hate to see that happen. And first of all, you hate to see a player get hit. But he took it to the shoulder, and he's just fine. But as far as the Cardinals are concerned, this is certainly not the end of the world here, because you've got a guy coming up, Napoli, who is a huge power threat, yes. But he's also a ground ball double play threat. And Cummings will try to keep the ball down and try to induce a little double play action here and try to get safely back to the dugout with the scoreless tie intact. The pitch to Napoli, off speed, fouled at the plate. And it's 0-1. Boy, Hammer is still pacing down there in the dugout. I refer to the dugout on the left side, the third base Cardinal dugout. It is more like a bomb shelter. 2 concrete slabs, one on top of the other, a fence in front of it, and about a dozen orange chairs in the top row. Looks more like a bomb shelter. Pitch to Napoli is a called strike, and it's 0-2. The Cardinal dugout leads up to the Cardinal clubhouse, and you have to go through Frankenstein's dungeon in order to get there. If you're real quiet, you can hear the dripping of the pipes. And Dr. Frankenstein in the back room working on his latest creation. It's a mess in there. I remember Jeremy Cook in the opening series here had some funny comments about, quote, the dungeon. There goes Aybar for second base. The pitch to Napoli. Fouled out of play right side. And it's 0-2. Boy, Gamboa is really playing aggressive base running here in the early going. Willits stole second. Callaspo thrown out at second. Aybar moving on an 0-2 pitch. And simply put, that's just to stay out of the double play. And if Aybar gets thrown out at second base, well, so be it. Never know. Willits may try to come home a la a little double steal. No score, bottom of the first inning as Cummings makes another move over to first base. Aybar does have 15 steals, so he's a threat to go whenever the case may be, but especially now. There he goes. 0-2 again on the way to Napoli. High for a ball. Here comes Willits coming home. No, not coming home. Now he breaks back. Aaron Hurst throw down to third. It's not in time. Well, Hurst stepped out in front of the second base bag because Willits broke for home. So therefore, no chance for Hurd to tag Erick Aybar, who picks up his 16th steal. And the Travs, 3 stolen base attempts here in the first inning, are 2 for 3. So now this eliminates the threat of the double play. Now Cummings going to look for the pop-up or the strikeout. The 1-2 on the way to Napoli up high. They appeal, and he didn't go around. Nor did I think he did. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the catcher Mike Napoli. Batting .296, 9 home runs, 40 RBIs. He will start for the East Division All-Stars. Closest man to him will back him up as Robinson Cancel sets up on the inside part of the plate. 2-2 on the way to Napoli. Now the pitch actually goes outside, and it's a full count of 3-2. Cancel set up outside, and then the slider tried to catch the outside portion of the plate, but it missed. So full count here. Bad one. Loads him up for Tommy Murphy, who waits in the on-deck circle. Another left-handed hitter. Cummings from the stretch. Payoff pitch on the way to Mike Napoli. Hit in the air to left and hit deep. Popo Boulevard going back there. Looking up, and it's off the very top of the wall. Ball squirts away from Popo. Is Napoli going to dig for third base? Estrada's throw is in the dirt and not in time. Popo couldn't find the baseball. It'll go as a triple. And it's 2-0 Travs. Bolivar, after the ball came down off the wall, did a complete 360 and then some in an attempt to find the baseball. And he had no idea where it was. I'm not quite sure how he lost it, but that's the reason why Napoli is at third base on a drive off the top of the left field wall. It goes as a triple. Lucky it didn't just get out of the yard because it just missed getting out of here. 20-foot high fence in left field. And it probably hit about 18, 19 feet up the way. 2 RBIs for Napoli. Gives him 42 on the season. And Cummings, who had only allowed 1 run in 11 innings in a Cardinal uniform, already behind 2-0. Tough call by the umpires here in the first. 1-0 now on the way to Tommy Murphy. Swings and misses at a pitch outside, and it's 1-1. Tough call by the first base umpires. It was actually halfway between second and third by the time the call was made. That's where the play went down. Called interference on Travis Hansen, allowing Willits to be safe over there at third base. And that pretty much set the wheels into motion for the Travelers offensively here in the first. A swing and a miss by Murphy, and it's 1-2. Infield is up. Again, trying to avoid letting a ball squeak through. as they'll think about cutting Napoli home if he breaks. Cutting off Napoli at home, I should say. Murphy fouls one back to the screen, and it's 1-2. Dimensions here in Little Rock, Arkansas at Ray Winder Field. 330 feet down the left field line, 345 feet down the right field line. 20-foot high fence all the way around. Not like anybody's going to rob a home run here. 1-2 on the way to Murphy. Got him with a breaking ball. Big strike out there, as Napoli has to stay at third, and now 2 away for Greg Porter, yet another left-handed hitter. Before Porter sneaks in there, we'll pause for station identification. 2-0 Travs here in the first.
KWTO-FM Springfield hit a grand slam of savings at the Big Lot at Reliable Chevrolet, 3655 South Campbell in Springfield.
Pitch on the way to Porter, fouled out of play, and it's 0-1. Porter 314 with 5 home runs and 28 RBIs. I'm sure received a lot of all-star recognition, but it's Travis Hansen who will start ahead of him. Hansen with a lower average, but more home runs and more RBIs. As Hansen got the nod from everyone else around the league. Here's the 1-1 on the way to Porter. A little dribbler that's by the mound, comes out to Estrada. He's got to hurry as he digs it out of the dirt, fires over to Juan Diaz. And the Cardinals will do a good job to keep that man down there at third base as Napoli is stranded. Travs do cash in, picking up a couple of runs, and that's 2 more runs, or rather 1 more run than Jeremy Cummings had allowed in 11 total innings. He had only allowed just the 1 earned run coming to the Midland Rockhounds in his very first start. So the 7-inning scoreless streak is snapped from his last outing, and actually it was 10 innings overall. Travs strike first, scoring a pair here in the first inning. We move to the second. 2-0 Arkansas on Jock 98.7.
PJC Insurance presents a commercial announcement that is to the point. At PJC, they realize events happen that change your life. If it's buying a home, opening a business, a new car, finding the right insurance is important. To the point, PJC Insurance is asking for your business. Call to find out why people right here in the Ozarks have been doing business with PJC Insurance for over 25 years. PJC, a proud representative of Grinnell Mutual. PJC Insurance, your choice for now and the future. Call 800-888-2800. That's 800-888-2800.
Come on, let's ride. Cutting through the water ride.
G3 Boats, still the best value on the water, featuring over 50 models, including high-performance HPs, Eagle Mod Vs, Angler Deep Vs, Gator Tough Johns, and Suncatcher pontoons, all with legendary Yamaha power.
Talk about a great catch!
G3 Boats, now a proud sponsor of the Springfield Cardinals. Don't let your great catch get away.
Ooh, G3.
To find your nearest dealer, visit us at g3boats.com.
Did you know Springfield Branson Regional Airport offers the convenience of nonstop service to 10 different hubs by 5 different carriers to connect you, whether across the country or across the globe? Why spend time and money on the road when Springfield Branson Regional Airport, your hometown airport and hub to the world, offers convenience, easy access, and major league connections? A winning lineup for your next trip, whether for business or just for fun.
Here's the man who had the biggest hit that I can remember to date in last night's ball game. Diaz leading off the bottom half of the 9th inning on an 0-2 pitch against Jonah Bayless. Sent a towering drive to left field. There's a line drive right side. That's going to twist foul, however, and over there to the Arkansas bullpen, 0-1 on Big Juan Diaz. 2-0. Cards trailing as we move to the top half of the second inning. Diaz now with 22 RBIs in 21 games as a Cardinal. There goes the bat flying into the stands as I think it was busted. Pitch is popped up and out of play right side. Yep, Diaz still has about 6 or 7 inches of the bat handle in his hands as the bat goes flying into the bleachers. First 2 rows where 2 young men just picked themselves up a very large souvenir. Bat's bigger than those kids are. Diaz back to the dugout to get himself a new piece of lumber. 0-2 as he's in the hole. 0-2 on the way to Juan. down in the dirt with breaking ball 1-2. Diaz now with the average up to 312. 7 home runs, 22 RBIs. He had 2 bombs and 3 ribbies in last night's ball game. Both home runs were solo homers, and he had an RBI single earlier in the game. Fell a triple shy of the cycle. He became the first Cardinal player this year to record a 4-hit game. Here's a ground ball pulled foul past manager Chris Maloney. 1-2. Pitch on the way to Juan Diaz. Line shot, but shading him behind the second base bag was Callaspo. He is there. And he throws out Juan Diaz 4-3. Wow. Line shot right back through the box, and Callaspo really shading Juan Diaz to pull the ball. So he was practically on top of the second base bag as he takes a base hit away from the big man. 4-3 on the putout. And there's one gone here in inning number 2. Tyler Mingus will be the hitter. Mingus 304, 10 homers, 31 RBIs. Got the nod as the starter above Reggie Willits, who will be the utility outfielder. 3 starting outfielders, of course, and then a reserve outfielder, and that reserve outfielder is Reggie Willits. Tyler, 1 for 3 chosen ones. Takes it inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tyler. Travelers with 5 total All-Stars that will be representing Arkansas down in Frisco, Texas, when the Texas League All-Star game gets here in about 2 weeks. There's a ground ball out to Erick Aybar on the move. Off-balance throw over to first is in time, 2 away. Taking a look very quickly again at the Arkansas defense. Napoli is behind home plate working with Shell. Greg Porter at third, Erick Aybar at short. Alberto Callaspo is at second. Mike Elward over at first. Outfield from left to right for the Travs is David Gates, Reggie Willits, Tommy Murphy. There's Papo. Bolivar with 1 swing of the bat last night smacked a 3-run pinch hit double in the left center field in the bottom of the 8th inning. It snapped a 6-6 tie and put the Cards in front 9-6, and they looked like they were going to be able to put it on cruise control. First pitch is in the dirt. Now the 1-0 to Bolivar, a breaking ball, swing and a miss. Is Papo way out in front, 1-1. Papo 239 now on the year, as very much still struggling offensively at the plate. Under 240. 4 homers, now 33 RBIs for the right-handed hitter. Pitches in the dirt. It's 2-1. Cody Harther waits on deck. 2 outs, base is empty. Cardinals trailing 2-0 here in the second. Bolivar ready. So is Steven Shell coming home. There's a hard ground ball through the hole on the right side for a base hit. Tying run comes to the plate here in inning number 2 is Cody Harther coming up. Papo Bolivar. First base runner of the night allowed by Steven Shell. Arthur with a 2-hit game yesterday. Now batting .226. No homers. 1 RBI. He's a left-handed hitter. Native of Chatsworth, California. That's down in the Southern California area. Pitch is foul back to the screen, and it's 0-1. It's Arthur. Just get around on it. A lot of talking here by the PA announcer between pitches. Must be a lot going on. Pretty decent crowd now starting to file in. A sellout here is somewhere in the neighborhood of 5,000 to 6,000. Probably a good, 4,000 on hand. Or at least that's what they will announce. Move over to first base as Papo will be forced back to the bag. Nice night here in Arkansas. Wind right now has changed directions just a bit. Earlier it was blowing out to right field. Now it's kind of blowing in from left. The 0-1 on the way to Arthur. This is up and away. A ball and a strike. As we mentioned, other games going on in the Texas League tonight. the one that we will really have our eyes on. The Tulsa Drillers on the road, opening up a 5-game series in Wichita. They are in the bottom of the first inning, scoreless from Lawrence Dumont in Wichita. Pitch to Harther, misses up and away again, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Other scores in the Texas Lake Midland with a 1-0 lead in the second inning at home over Frisco. And San Antonio Corpus Christi underway, bottom of the first inning, no score from San Antonio. There goes Bolivar for second base. The throw down by the catcher Napoli is high, but boy, climbing the ladder, coming down and making the tag is the shortstop. There's Erick Aybar. Boy, he got Papo, and Chris Maloney is going to come out here yet again. Very close play. Maloney just trying to find a reason to get thrown out of this one. Bolivar going to work on the umpire now as Maloney walks off. I don't think that's necessarily Papo's place. 2-6 on the caught stealing as Bolivar will be thrown out, and that'll do it for the Cards here in the top half of the second. Maloney is just a frustrated man. 2-0 Travs as we go to the home half of the second on Jock 98.7.
Hosting a business meeting or a large gathering, Merced's Cabana Room is the perfect place. Merced's Cabana Room will handle everything: food, waiters and bartenders, even a projection screen for video presentations or satellite TV or music. Choose your favorite cuisine or restaurant, and from there, get ready for a stress-free affair. Merced's Cabana Room is located at 322 South Campbell, with convenient parking across the street. Make your next meeting special at Merced's Cabana Room. Call 619-2653 for reservations.
We're out of space on our network again? We just purchased another server.
Are your servers filling up with your valuable company data? Do you need to know what the most efficient and affordable solution is for your company when it comes to data storage? With ISG as your technology partner, the cost of your first SAN solution or storage area network just became more affordable. For small businesses, migrating to a storage area network always seemed too risky, expensive, and complicated until now. Building your first SAN could be easier with an HP storage solution from ISG. Call Integrated Solutions Group in Springfield today to find out more. 887-2222. Affordable, easy-to-use storage solutions from ISG.
Springfield Branson Regional Airport can help take you out to the ball game and follow all the Cardinals action. Whether the game is on the East Coast, West Coast, or somewhere in between, you'll find quick and easy connections to all the excitement of Cardinals baseball through 10 different cities and 5 different carriers. Springfield Branson Regional Airport, your hometown airport and hub to the world. The quickest way to hit a home run this season.
Between innings, having a little chit-chat here with members of Media Row, and they wanted to know if I saw Chris Maloney throw down the chair after disputing the interference on Travis Hansen in that bottom half of inning number 1. I said, yeah, I saw the chair fly into the dugout. Looks like Skip's going to be buying some Ray Winder memorabilia. And maybe not. Those chairs down there in the bomb shelter, they've seen better days. It's an old school ballpark. Not a lot of amenities that would make you go, ooh, look at that. So really you bill it as traditional. Ray Winder with a very rich history. This ballpark was built, constructed in the 30s. 0-2 on the way to the leadoff hitter. Strike 3 called outside corner as David Gates is going to look at 3 pitches. And he's down on strikes. 1 gone is Jeremy Cummings. Maybe getting it into gear here. He's now retired his last 3 hitters. So Gates strikes out looking. 1 gone to open the second. Mike Elward will be the hitter. He's batting .246. 3 homers, 27 RBIs. He's a right-handed hitter. Takes this one down low, and it's 1-0. Rich in history, perhaps, the best way to describe Ray Winder Field. Calling it old school doesn't really even do it justice. Here's a slow roller down to Travis Hansen. He waits for it because he's got plenty of time. Elward doesn't run well. Travis makes the play over to first. 2 gone. Ryan Leahy, the hitter. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Arkansas Travelers. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. The error charged to Hansen on the interference play. Tough call. Bolivar getting thrown out at second base. I thought he might have been out as well, but Obviously, Maloney's got a better view. There's a fly ball into left center field and hit well. It's going all the way to the track. It's going to bounce once off the track and hit off the wall. Pulling into second. He will hold with a double. Is Ryan Leahy. So he smokes one to the deepest part of the ballpark, about 395 feet away to left center field, where the park actually juts outward. And neither Papo nor Sean Boyd can get there. Leahy with a 2-out double. And that stops the streak of Warner, set down in order by Jeremy Cummings. We go back to the top of the order for Reggie Willits, who singled to right field. Stole a base, was ruled safe on the air / interference by Travis Hansen, as they claim he did not get out of the way and give Willits an opportunity to get to third base. That's what they said. There's a fly ball down the left field line. Long run for Papo. Bolivar reaches out and falls forward, makes the catch. Bolivar will make a diving grab as he raced over towards the foul stripe, reached out, caught the baseball, then toppled over face first, hangs on for a tremendous grab. Not quite as pretty as his grab a few nights ago that saved the day in extra innings against the Wichita Wranglers in left field, but still a nice catch, as here it'll save a run. That ball falls in there. It's a fair ball by about 3 or 4 feet, and therefore it does keep it a 2-0 ball game. We head to the third on Jock 98.7.
Any ball player will tell you, good teamwork produces the winner. If you're thinking about buying a home, the team of home financing experts at Systematic Savings and Loan can give you the help you're seeking. For over 80 years, Systematic has helped folks to obtain the necessary financing for their dream home. That's why Systematic is still here. Those who discovered Systematic tell all their friends. Visit Systematic for full details. Systematic, 318 South Avenue, an equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Robbie from Robbie's Tire and Service, located at 1811 West Republic Road next to Remington's. Summer's coming, so get your vehicle's air conditioning checked for just $19.99. Plus, get ready for that summer vacation by getting your vehicle's oil changed for only $18.95. Need brakes? We do that as well. Right now, take 10% off any brake work performed at Robbie's. At Robbie's, we sell all major brand tires from Bridgestone, Firestone, and Michelin, and when you purchase any tires from us, you can take $10 off any wheel alignment as well. So come by Robbie's Tire and Service for all your car care needs, or visit our new website at robbiestire.com or call 890-1524.
Each Sunday at Hammons Field is a kid's dream come true. The Springfield Cardinals are proud to present Highland Dairy Ice Cream Sundays. Every Sunday with the Springfield Cardinals, kids 15 and under will enjoy free ice cream before the game. All thanks to our good friends at Highland Dairy. Call 417-863-2143 for tickets to any Springfield Cardinals game. And don't forget that every Sunday at Hammons Field is a Highland Dairy Ice Cream Sunday. Springfield Cardinals baseball, the game you remember.
The Tulsa Drillers, as if we need to hear about this, have scored 3 times in the second inning, and they lead the Wichita Wranglers 3-0 after 1.5 innings in Wichita. So 2-0 here, Travelers on top, 3-0 Tulsa in the second inning, leading Wichita. Leading off is Cody Harther. He was left at the plate when Papo Bolivar was caught stealing on a very close call. One that spurred Chris Maloney to go out there and have another conversation with the umpiring crew. One that left him unhappy again as Bolivar was caught stealing 2-6. Harther with the 0-1 offering on the way to him, fouls it at the plate, and it's quickly 0-2. The magic number for the Tulsa Drillers is 4. A Driller win, a Cardinal loss, and the Drillers' magic number to eliminate the Cardinals would be just 2. Pitch fouled away as Harther leaves the bat out over the plate and has this one ricochet into the stands on the left side. 0-2. One thing here at Ray Winder that is noticeably better than it was in the month of April. 0-2 on the way to Harther, popped him up, off with the mask is Mike Napoli over there, third base side on the grass in foul territory. He makes the catch. One gone. Harther fouls out to the catcher. Aaron Herr, the hitter. One thing that is noticeably different and noticeably better is the field. At least visually, it is a serious improvement. There were dead spots, brown grass. It was bleh. Now, at least it's green. And whether that's because they use a can of Krylon, well, it looks a lot better. Of course, in the month of April, not a lot of ballparks have the opportunity to look that good. And they don't necessarily have the resources to keep this thing tip-top. But the field looks a lot better than it did the first time we were here, that's for sure. 0-1 on the way now to Aaron Herr in there for a called strike. And he's in the hole 0-2. Herr went deep last night. 2-run blast in the third inning. Cards actually hit 2 home runs in that particular inning. First one by Diaz. For Aaron Herr, his 5th homer of the season. He now has 20 RBIs and his average back up to 273. He chases a bad one down and out of the zone for strike 3 here. Steven Shell just mowing him down. Faces Kevin Estrada now, who is very much struggling. Kevin's average coming into tonight at 238 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. Switch hitter batting from the left-hander side. Estrada has only hit safely in one of his last 10 games. Pulls this one foul down the right field line. 0-1. There was a time when Estrada just could not get out. In the month of May, went through an amazing streak from the 9th of May all the way until the 19th, where he hit in 11 straight. Could not be retired. He was a machine during that 11-game hitting streak. He hit his 3 home runs as, man, he was in the zone. Now he just can't buy a hit. Just 1 base hit in his last 10 games. Now he falls in the hole 0-2 as he takes it on the outside corner. Next offering. This is in the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes. Steven Shell, the right-hander on the mound, 6'5", 190 pounds. He's an Oklahoma native from El Reno, Oklahoma. 3rd-round draft pick selected by the Angels back in the 2001 draft. Baseball America rates him as one of the Angels' better prospects. Went through a tough time last season and is starting to pitch well here lately. Still a record of 3-4 and an ERA over 5 as he misses again to Estrada, 2-2. 2-2 on the way to Kevin Estrada now, inside and in the dirt as Estrada holds up with the check swing. Takes the count full to 3-2. Steven Shell is a 40-man roster guy. Last couple of years has pitched decent to average. Last year he won 12 ball games and had an ERA of 3.59. And in the California League, truthfully, that's a pretty good ERA to have. Misses to Estrada, and after going ahead 0-2, he loses him on the next 4 consecutive pitches. So Estrada is aboard for Sean Boyd now. Just the Cardinals' second base runner against Steven Shell. Bolivar had the 2-out single back in the second, but you recall was caught stealing. Right-handed hitter is Sean Boyd. The very first ever Springfield Cardinal regular season at bat was this man right here. And Sean Boyd pulled a double to the left field wall here in Little Rock. Very first hit for the Cardinals from the very first batter. He also scored the very first run as 2 batters later on opening night, Travis Hansen went deep. So Boyd, a couple of firsts. And here he's got his first hit of the night as he chops one through the hole on the left side. A diving Greg Porter can't come up with it. Back-to-back 2-out base runners as Estrada holds at second on Springfield's second hit offensively of the night. Here's Hansen. Hansen with a sharp comebacker to Steven Shell, who made the play in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Hansen batting 272 with 8 home runs and 36 RBIs. Steven Shell gets a visit now from Mike Napoli. Napoli out there on the mound. He's talking to his right-hander. Shell this year in his 12 prior starts, 64 2/3 innings, has given up 40 runs, 36 of those earned on 74 base hits. Strikeout to walk ratio nearly 2-1 as Hansen pops this one up. A mile high to the right fielder, Tommy Murphy. Moving over towards the gap is there. finally, with two hands, this one falls into his glove. And that's the third and final out of the third inning. Little two-out rally, the walk to Estrada, the single by Sean Boyd, with the Cards leave two stranded. Those are their first two men left on base here this evening. At the end of 2.5, still 2-0 Travelers on Jock 98.7.
When neighbors help neighbors, everyone benefits. The Arc of the Ozarks has been helping the developmentally disabled work, learn, and play for more than 40 years. The Arc of the Ozarks believes that people with disabilities should have the opportunity to achieve their goals and live as valued members of the community. The Arc of the Ozarks is a non-profit organization affiliated with the Arc of the United States, the national organization of and for people with developmental disabilities and their families. Call 864-7887. That's 864-7887.
Come on, let's ride. Cutting through the water ride.
G3 Boats, still the best value on the water, featuring over 50 models, including high-performance HPs, Eagle Mod Vs, Angler Deep Vs, Gator Tough Johns, and Suncatcher pontoons, all with legendary Yamaha power.
Talk about a great catch.
G3 Boats, now a proud sponsor of the Springfield Cardinals. Don't let your great catch get away.
G3.
To find your nearest dealer, visit us at g3boats.com.
One of those big yellow trucks for 2 days, $200. Pizza for all of your friends that help you move, $120. Replacing the TV your friends dropped, $850. Being able to pay for all of this with the thousands of dollars you saved on realtors' commissions by listing your house with Assist to Sell, priceless. Full service, flat fee, $2,495. It's your money. What are you going to do? Call 889-7000 or check us out at SpringfieldAssistToSell.com. With over 400 independently owned and operated offices nationwide, Assist to Sell can save your house and save you money.
Stephen Shell and the Arkansas Travelers with a 2-0 advantage as we move to the home half of the third inning. Jeremy Cummings will take a look at Callaspo, Aybar, Napoli, 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Before he does that, we pause for station identification. 2-0 Travs here in the bottom of the third.
KWTO FM Springfield, Jock 98.7.
Software, digital, and video computer system.
889-5885.
2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Travelers. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Cardinals. Jeremy Cummings in his third inning of work now. Deals and a line shot right under the glove of Cummings into center field for a base hit. Boyd charges and gets it back into Kevin Estrada. Callaspo sees one pitch and he rips one up the middle. Cummings, after the follow-through, reached down and had the ball lined right underneath of his glove into center. So one pitch and a man on board. Fourth base hit of the night for the Arkansas Travelers. They are the second best hitting ball club in the Texas League, right behind the Midland Rockhounds. There goes Callaspo, swing and a miss. Robinson throw down to second base. Estrada going to lay down the tag. Boy, that's a tough one. Where's Gamboa? Is he going to say anything? Looked like the throw led Estrada a little bit astray from Callaspo, who might have slid by the tag, but perhaps Kevin gave it the old phantom tag as, yeah, you slid right into it and gave it the ole, and the third base umpire on top of the second base bag making the call as Steve Fritzoni indicates that Callaspo is out 2-6. 4 stolen base attempts here in the early going for the Arkansas Travelers. They're 2 for 4 as Cancel getting a workout behind home plate. He's throwing out 47% of the base runners, Robinson is. And tonight, he's batting .500, 2 for 4. Got to take that. That's third in the Texas League. There's a chopper headed for center field, cut off behind the second base bag by Aaron Hurd. The throw to first pulls Diaz off the bag. He tries to swipe at the runner Aybar and can't get him. Should be scored as a base hit, I would imagine. Per a little bit of a nonchalant throw over there, and they will credit or charge him with an error. I guess I see that. I don't necessarily firmly disagree. You expect some home cooking here when you're on the road, and that would have been a situation where the home cooking would be applicable, but not necessarily the wrong call. Certainly one that could go either way. Hurt cut it off behind the second base bag, so he did a nice job to get there. He was on the move and made a sidearm flip to Diaz. And what the official score is probably saying is, Herr had time. And instead, he kind of made a nonchalant throw. It pulled Diaz off the bag. Now Cummings is going to make a move over there, and it's very close. Diaz lays down the tag, but not in time. Diaz had to come off the bag, get it, and then his natural momentum was pulling him from right to left, and so he tried to tag Aybar on the way by. Diaz claimed he got him. And now Cummings with another move over there, and this time he gets him. Not a bad move for a right-hander. We just haven't seen Jeremy Cummings have to deal with too many base runners, to be honest with you, since he only had to look at one the last time that he pitched. 7 innings worth of work. So the Traps, 2 base runners here in the inning, a caught stealing and a pickoff. Here's Napoli now as he's finally ready to take a pitch since Cummings can't throw over to first. He takes it inside. So Aybar reaches on E4 and is picked off 1-3 for the second out of the third inning. 2-0 pitch from Cummings to Napoli, fouled up and out of play. 2-1. Napoli with a 2-run triple in the first inning off the very top of the left center field wall. 2-1 on the way for Cummings. There's a heater that comes in just inside. 3 balls and a strike. It's 2-0. Travelers leading the Cardinals, bottom half of the third inning. Cummings into his line, and the 3-1 on the way. Off speed, nice pitch in there, outside part of the plate, a full count at 3-2. Boy, came in with a 90-plus mile an hour heater on the inside part of the plate, and then he really took something off. And gets it to fall on the outside part of the plate. Napoli will take this one inside for ball 4. And the Travs continue to put men on the bases. Third base runner here in the inning. Napoli earns the 2-out walk. Here's Tommy Murphy, a strikeout victim in the first. Batting .301 with 8 home runs and 35 RBIs. The pitch fouls back. 0-1. Checking the major league score, really only one real important score to tell you about earlier today. Randy Johnson dealt at Busch. 7 shutout innings, allowing just 4 singles without issuing a walk. Yanks would tack on a run in the 9th inning and beat the Cardinals 5-0. Yesterday was all Cardinals, 8-1 over the Yankees. The Yanks return the favor behind Randy Johnson's 7 scoreless frames. Johnson the win to go to 6-5. Mark Mulder got roughed up a little bit here and there. Gave up a run in the first and didn't look so sharp today overall. Gave up 3 in the fourth. Pitched his way in and out of some trouble, but Mulder allows 4 runs today as he falls to 7-4. Swing and a miss by Murphy, and it's 1-2. We'll get you caught up to speed on the rest of the Major League scoreboard in just a bit. The 1-2 on the way to Murphy. Down in the dirt. Cancel can't find it. And now he does. Napoli, not a ton of speed, so he's just staying put. 2-2. Other scores. Braves defeat the A's. Andrew Jones with a couple of home runs for Atlanta. John Smoltz the win. Braves 5, A's 3 from Atlanta today. Cubs rally and defeat the Boston Red Sox 7-6 today at Wrigley as the pitch fouled out of play. Still 2-2. Again, Cubs 7, Red Sox 6. Games in progress. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Florida at home leading the Texas Rangers 6-5. Cummings again with the 2-2 on the way to Murphy. Got a piece of it again. Still 2-2. Top 7 from Houston. Roger Clemens pitching tonight for the Stros and obviously looking good. He's allowed 1 run on 3 base hits in his first 6 innings. And again, not a lot of run support, but right now he's got enough. 2-1 Astros over the Blue Jays. That's in the 7th. 2-2 on the way to Murphy. Fastball just misses outside, and it's a full count at 3-2 now. Napoli over there at first base will be getting a head start. 2 outs, 2-0 Arkansas, bottom of the third inning. And with Napoli over there at first base, Diaz will play behind him as he'll get a head start. Coming from the stretch, the payoff pitch on the way to Murphy. Fouled back yet again. Still a full count at 3-2. From Washington, RFK Stadium, the Nationals and the Seattle Mariners. A 1-1 ball game in the bottom half of inning number 6. Again, the 3-2 pitch, and again fouled out of play. Left side, and we're going to do it again. Nice little bat here for Tommy Murphy as he continues to stay alive. Milwaukee in Philadelphia. Phillies right now leading the Brew Crew 4-3 in the only National League game going on. The rest is interleague play. Again, there goes Napoli. Again, the payoff pitch to Murphy. Again, it's fouled off. This time squibbed up the third base line. Heck of an at-bat here for Murphy as he just refuses to go. Still 3-2. Tampa Bay in Pittsburgh, and the Devil Rays' road woes continue. They're over 500 at home. They have just 4 wins on the road. They are getting pummeled right now. Pirates 12-0. There's a line drive deep to right field. Mingus on the move, however, will race towards the foul line, will reach out at the last moment and make the basket catch. Mingus hauls it in. That'll keep the Travs off the board here in the third inning. They pick up 3 different base runners. A single, an error, and a walk. Caught stealing, a pickoff, and a man left. Murphy lines out to the right fielder. Mingus, we've played 3 here tonight from Ray Winder in Little Rock, Arkansas. Our score, Travs 2, Cards nothing. Jock 98.7.
The time is now to come to Pet Warehouse for Neutro products with their first annual Neutro Customer Appreciation Day sale, June 18th from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. From Natural Choice Lamb and Rice. It's small bites, $24.99. Natural Choice Light and Senior Bonus Bags, $22.99. And don't forget about all 35-pound bags and more. At Pet Warehouse, guaranteed the lowest price anywhere. One day only at Pet Warehouse stores in Springfield and Joplin, where all Neutro Pet Foods is on sale Saturday, June 18th from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Hit a grand slam when you fly this season, whether you're following the Cardinals, traveling for business, or packing your bags for that well-deserved vacation. Springfield Branson Regional Airport offers quick and easy access and connections to all your favorite destinations, with non-stop service to 10 different cities by 5 airlines. And after you've rounded the bases and headed for home, it'll be a short trip back to the dugout when you use your hometown airport. No need for a 7th-inning stretch. Springfield Branson Regional Airport. When you're home, you're home.
See your Chevy dealer of the Ozarks today for the most complete lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. No matter what you're looking for, Chevrolet has a model that'll fit your needs. See your Chevy dealers of the Ozarks and get great deals on 2005 and 2006 Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. Hurry into your Chevy dealer of the Ozarks or visit them online at www.ChevyDealersOfTheOzarks.com today.
2-0. Cardinals trailing as we move to the 4th. Michael and Scott with you here on the radio home of your Springfield Cardinals, Jock 98.7. Game 1 of a 5-game series here in Little Rock, and then, of course, we move the show to Tulsa, where we will battle the division-leading Drillers for 4 straight to close down the first half of the 2005 regular season. Leading off for the Cardinals, it's Robinson Cancel. He'll be followed by Juan Diaz and then Tyler Mingus. Robbie shows bunt and takes it inside, 1-0. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Travelers. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors for the Cardinals. Pitch on the way to Cancel. Slider misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. We'll cruise through the rest of that Major League scoreboard for you here in a bit. 2-0 on the way to Robinson Cancel. Fouled off back here, just to our right, 2-1. Moving through the rest of that scoreboard, we told you Pittsburgh all over Tampa Bay. That's in the 6th inning. 12-0 Buccos leading the D-Rays. Bottom of the 7th inning in Cincinnati, 10-0 Reds over the Baltimore Orioles. Hammering on Baltimore in Cincinnati. 2-1 on the way to Cancel. Hit deep in the air to right field. Murphy back on the ball. There at the track. Reaches up, and before it gets to the wall, he'll haul this one in. So Cancel hits it deep, as he did in his first at-bat, and again lines out to Murphy. One gone here in the fourth, and that'll bring up Big Man, who grounded out to the second baseman, who was shading him behind the second base bag. With first out in inning number 2, he's 0 for 1. Callaspo really playing Diaz basically just on the first base side of the second base bag by about 3 steps. And with 1 foot on the outfield grass. The pitch is kind of outside as it's all the way to the backstop. 1-0 on big right-handed hitting Juan Diaz from Steven Shell. Breaking ball inside part of the plate, and it's 1-1. Other scores from the Bigs. A 1-1 ball game in New York. Mets hosting the Angels. And again, it's 1-1 in the top of the third. Pitch on the way to Diaz is ripped into left field. This one's going to fall, however, for a base hit. Gates can't make the plays. He's got to play it on a hop. And Diaz now cruises into first base. 1 on, 1 away. Tying run back to the plate in the form of Tyler Mingus. Third hit of the night for the Springfield offense. In Colorado, Tigers and Rockies tied at 2. That's in the second. Later on tonight, Kansas City is in Arizona. J.P. Howell, a name that Springfield Cardinal fans most likely do not know. Kid was just called up about 3 weeks ago from Class A High Desert of the California League. Was in Wichita. And about 3 days before the Wranglers got to town, we got the Wichita pitching rotation. Mingus pulls one foul left side, and it's 1-1. About 3 days prior to when a team comes to town is when we get the pitching rotation. There's a left-hander on the rotation named J.P. Howell, scheduled to pitch against the Springfield Cardinals. A day later, we got a note from the Wichita PR staff that said, J.P. Howell's been promoted to AAA. Scratch him out of our rotation. We went fine and dandy. Well, that kid's moving through the system pretty darn good. Goes from the California League to the Texas League and then all the way to the Pacific Coast League in the span of about 2 weeks. He made 1 appearance for AAA. Omaha, hello, Major League debut. 3 weeks ago, he's pitching in the California League. Tonight, he makes his Major League debut in Arizona against the Diamondbacks. Good luck, kiddo. You'll need it. J.P. Howell. Major League debut here tonight for the Kansas City Royals. We'll keep our eyes on that one. Mingus pops one up and out of play. 1-2 on Tyler. Also later on tonight, White Sox in San Diego. Twins at Dodgers. Indians in San Fran to take on the Bondsless Giants. From the stretch, Steven Shell with big man over there at first base. 1-2 again on the way to Mingus. Got a piece of it as he fouls it at the plate. Still 1-2. I have some friends that are in High Desert working as they're in the front office. That used to be my old stomping ground. They were not a Kansas City affiliate when I was there. They were a Milwaukee affiliate, but talked to a buddy of mine who's the general manager there, and he said J.P. Howell has nasty, nasty stuff. Of course, this conversation was about 10 days ago when I told him, I said, oh, yeah, we're facing one of your boys here coming up in the next series against Wichita. And he said, man, he's got unbelievable stuff. Well, apparently Kansas City agrees with the High Desert general manager because J.P. Howell goes from the California League to the major leagues in the span of 3 weeks. Maybe less than that. We'll look at the timelines and see exactly when he got promoted. But, again, that's a pretty big deal. And you know how many young kids the Kansas City Royals have promoted here in the last month or two. Ambiore Burgos was the first one to go from Wichita all the way to the big leagues this year. This doesn't count as straight from the Texas League because technically he made a quick stop in Omaha. But realistically, man, to go from the California League to the show in just a couple of weeks, man, you better be on a rehab assignment in the California League. And as I said before, good luck, kiddo. Mingus takes the 2-2 pitch inside, and it's a full count at 3-2. Diaz stays, 3-2 pitch to Tyler, fouled out of play. Full count at 3-2. the shameful thing is we never got a chance to see this kid pitch. We didn't see him on the road. We didn't see him at home. Most likely, if I had to guess, and again, I'm just kind of shooting from the hip here, I wouldn't think he's going to last in Kansas City the whole year. Probably will get a shot back down in Omaha and maybe even the Wichita Wranglers that are coming up. Tyler takes inside for ball 4, and tying runs are aboard. Diaz gets pushed over to second base, and Mingus down to first now. And after he had 2 strikes on him, he has a good at-bat, fouling off a couple of pitches and earns himself a walk. Here comes Papo. A single in his first at-bat, and he was caught stealing 2-6 to end the second. 2-0, Cards trailing. Tying runs are out there. Bolivar takes a hack at the first offering and fouls it out of play right side. 0-1. I would very much like to see what J.P. Howell has as far as his stuff is concerned. And we may still get to see him this year. Wouldn't be such a career downward spiral if that guy ended up pitching at the Texas League here. He's a young kid. There's a ground ball down to the third baseman. Porter will step on the bag at third. The long toss across. It's still in time to get Bolivar. 5-3 twin killing. Cards are gone here in the fourth. Runners at first and second, and only one away, and Bolivar with a sharp ground ball down to Porter as it led him right to third. He steps on third to get the force on Diaz, and then throws across the diamond to complete the 5-3 twin killing. Cards gone here in the fourth. 2-0. Trav still leading it at the end of 3.5 on Shock 98.7.
Springfield Cardinals dugout decks are the coolest way to enjoy a Cardinals game. For groups between 20 and 30 people, the dugout decks are a perfect way to enjoy an evening at Hammons Field. Plus, everyone in your group gets a free, one-of-a-kind Springfield Cardinals hat, which is only available to groups in the dugout decks. Jump online right now and take a look at those 20 free hats at SpringfieldCardinals.com. Call 417-863-2143 to reserve your dugout deck. Springfield Cardinals Baseball, the game you remember.
The fourth frame of this game is brought to you by Battlefield Lanes in Springfield. Looking for great family fun? Enjoy Battlefield Lanes tonight. For your service and entertainment, Battlefield Lanes offers 32 lanes, automatic scoring, pool tables, snack bar, and bar. Your entertainment is our business at Battlefield Lanes. Bowl with us tonight at Battlefield Lanes, 1127 East Battlefield, at the corner of National and Battlefield, where the fun begins. Bring your Springfield Cardinal ticket stub for free shoe rentals.
Every Friday night at Hammons Field is an AM Pyrotechnics Friday Night Fireworks. After every Friday Cardinals home game, the sky will be filled with a spectacular fireworks display. All thanks to AM Pyrotechnics. Reserve your group for the next AM Pyrotechnics Friday Night Fireworks, which is coming up on Friday, June 24th. Call 417-863-2143 or jump online at www.springfieldcardinals.com for more information. We hope to see you at Hammons Field for the next AM Pyrotechnics Friday Night Fireworks.
To the home half of the fourth inning, Mike Linscott welcoming you back. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Arkansas Travelers. No runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Springfield Cardinals. Unable to get anything substantially going here against right-hander Steven Shell, has looked pretty good in the first 3 innings. Cards got a little 2-out rally going on him in the third before he was able to shut the door on Travis Hansen. In the fourth, they put 2 on with only 1 away before Papa Bolivar grounds into the 5-3 double play. As Porter was able to step on the third base bag, getting the force on Diaz, and then air it over to the first baseman, Elward. There's a line drive, hit into center field, but right at Sean Boyd. He's got it. And there's 1 away to open up the bottom of the fourth inning as Porter is retired. David Gates is the hitter. Texas League scores as we revisit that neighborhood. Midland Rockhounds with an early lead, 4-0 over the Frisco Rough Riders. That game now in the fourth inning. Tulsa pounding on Wichita right now, 6-0. Who's pitching in that game for Wichita Wranglers? Killing me. 6-0 Tulsa in the third. Where was that pitching in games 1 and 3? Pitch on the way. Fouled out of play. 2 balls and a strike now on David Gates. Tonight, Mike Stodolka. He was 1 and 5 coming into that game for the Wichita Wranglers, and Zach Parker 7 and 2 going for the Tulsa Thrillers. Pitch on the way, misses down and in. 3 balls and a strike. So 6-0 Tulsa as they are in front big early. That's in the 3rd inning. Pitch down and away as Cummings loses David Gates. So he hit a batter in the 1st, walked a batter in the 3rd, and now he issues his 2nd walk here in the 4th with 1 out. So 1 on, 1 away for Mike Elworth. Grounded out to the 3rd baseman Travis Hansen in his first at bat. Only other score to report in the Texas League, Corpus leading in San Antonio. Hooks 3, Missions nothing. Again, that's in the 4th. Cummings deals. That misses over, perhaps a little bit low. Looked pretty good. 1-0. One out. Infield back, a double play depth. Pitch on the way, outside corner this time from Cummings. 1-1. Jeremy Cummings, 6'2", 215-pounder, native of Richmond, Virginia. 21st round draft pick by the Cardinals back in the 99 season. Cummings began the year in AAA and was, of course, issued that 15-day suspension. And ended up coming to Springfield after serving the 15-day suspension for the minor league steroid violation. Cummings went to West Virginia University. There's a line shot. Estrada climbing the ladder will make the play. He will then give an off-balance throw way over to first baseman Juan Diaz, who has to come out, dig this one out to knock it down as they can't double him up. Scurrying back to the bag is David Gates as Elworth has a base hit taken away from him by a leaping Kevin Estrada. Good play defensively. Good play also by Diaz to knock that down, make sure it doesn't get by him, and give David Gates a chance to move up. So Elworth lines out, 2 gone. Gates over at first base now for Ryan Leahy, who smoked a double into the left center field gap in his first at bat in the 2nd inning. Takes it outside, and it's 1-0. Jeremy Cummings last year split some time between AA and AAA. He did the same in 2003. Last season went 5-1 in 17 games with the Tennessee Smokies of the Southern League. 5-1 with a 3.44 ERA. Only made 1 appearance at AAA Memphis last season. Went 0-1 with a 4.50 ERA in just 1 start. Pitch misses to Leahy. It's 1-0, and a helicopter flies overhead. Two outs. The 34. Jeremy Cummings deals. That's fouled out of play. 2-0 our score. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Cards putting up 10 runs on the board last night in an amazing ball game. Not necessarily one that was extremely well played. However, in saying that, a win is a win is a win. Pitch misses low and in the dirt. 2 balls. They've got 2 and 2 up there on the board. Waiting for a little love from the home plate umpire. We don't get it. So we go with 2-2 on the way. There's a fly ball hit into center field. Fairly deep. It'll send Boyd back a few steps. He's got time to reel this one in, however. And in straightaway center, he makes a 2-handed catch. Leahy hits it fairly well, but flies out deep to center. And that'll do it for the Travelers here in the 4th inning. Cummings hasn't worked a 1-2-3 inning yet, but he's kept the Travs off the scoreboard since the 1st inning. Arkansas leading 2-0 at the end of 4 on Jock 98.7.
This inning is brought to you by the Oklahoma State University Sports Medicine Program in Tulsa. Go where the pros go. Every surgeon is fellowship trained in sports medicine. Their goal is to get you back to play without pain. OSU Sports Medicine in Tulsa, Oklahoma is a short drive from anywhere. From baseball to ballet, call today and get back in the game. 1-800-876-5664. That's 1-800-876-5664. Oklahoma State University Sports Medicine in Tulsa.
The fourth inning is brought to you by Ace High Refrigeration. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning Units have been a fixture in American homes for over 100 years. And now American Standard would like to tell you about their new Allegiance 18 system. The Allegiance 18 is so quiet, you won't even know it's working. It offers the new 2-row spine fin coil, providing maximum comfort for your home. As a bonus, you can receive a free programmable thermostat with qualifying purchases. Call Dennis at Ace High Refrigeration, 732-1782, serving the Ozarks since 1939.
Highland Quality Check Dairy asked if you remember the original diet food. Sure you do. Cottage cheese. All that great taste you used to love then, Quality Check High Standards make sure you have it now. The calcium and high protein you like then, you still get now. Only today, Quality Check makes cottage cheese with less fat. So the original diet food is perfect for the way you live today. So look for Quality Check Cottage Cheese, fresh from Highland Dairy.
Swinging to lead off the top half of the fifth inning. Long fly ball to right center field and deep for Cody Harther. Back to the wall is Willits looking up. It's off the very top of the wall, bounces into the air and goes over the fence. Harther going to pick up his first Texas League home run, and the Cardinals are on the board. It's 2-1. Ball just kept carrying and carrying. The right fielder lost it as Murphy had no idea where it was, as he was over there in the gap in right center, hands extended like he had no idea. Willits was back there to the wall. It bounced off the very top of the wall and then moved over. Cody Harther, first pitch here in the fifth inning, takes Steven Shell out of here for his first home run in a Cardinals uniform. And Springfield is on the board. It's 2-1. Had 8 long balls for the Florida State League's Palm Beach Cardinals before being called up here just about 10 days ago. Aaron Herr rips one up the middle to his left. Aybar, that's a phenomenal play to get there as he deals into dirt. It's kicked by Elward, one away. Herr robbed of a base hit there as Aybar in shallow center got to the baseball and then threw all the way across the diamond to take care of Aaron Herr. So one gone, 6-3 on the put out. Kevin Estrada will step up. Before he does, we pause for station ID. 2-1 Travelers here in the fifth.
KWTO-FM Springfield hit a grand slam of savings off the big lot at Reliable Chevrolet, 3655 South Campbell in Springfield.
2-1 here in the fifth. Cody Harther with the home run to right center field, as it's put the Cardinals on the board. They now have 4 base hits, as do the Arkansas Travelers. As Estrada takes it for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Next offering all the way to Estrada. This is down and away, 2 balls and a strike. Kevin walked in his first trip to the dish back in inning number 3. Estrada rips one inside the bag down the right field line. That's a fair ball and headed for the corner. Estrada on his way for 2. Murphy gets to the ball and throws into second base. It actually skips past Aybar, but backing up is the third baseman Greg Porter, and Estrada mired in a nasty 1 for his last 10 games slump. Rips the double down the right field line. So Estrada's with the extra base hit. Second knock of the inning for the Cardinals. And the tying run now in scoring position for Sean Boyd. So Estrada has been on board twice this evening. And with 1 away, we go back to the top of the order. Boyd 1 for 2, hit the ball hard twice, singled in the third, ripped one towards center field, but Shell deflected it out towards Aybar, the shortstop. And it went 1-6-3. Pitch to Boyd, misses high and away, and it's 1-0. Now the Cardinals out hitting the Travelers 5-4. Steven Shell with a check at Estrada, and the 1-0 coming on the way to Sean Boyd. Ground ball through the hole on the left side, a base hit. Estrada is going to get the stop sign as charging is the left fielder, David Gates, and that's a good decision by Maloney. Ball was hit hard, and that penalized the Cardinals. Estrada had to wait to make sure Porter wasn't going to get there, so on contact he broke about one step and then had to come to a stop and then re-broke for the bag at third, and then David Gates charging in, got on it early, and keeps Kevin Estrada at third base. So Boyd with his second knock of the night. And out of the dugout for the Arkansas Travelers is their pitching coach, Keith Comstock. Travis Hansen with an opportunity here to drive in a run if he could deliver a fly ball to the outfield. Sean Boyd over at first now representing the go-ahead run. It's 2-1. Travelers leading. We're in the fifth. Arthur with a long ball to right center field, literally off the top of the wall. It's not like it's a thick wall. You're only talking about probably a 4 or 5 inch little area where that baseball could have hit, but it literally hit off the top of the wall and went out. Arthur's first Double-A home run in his career. Second RBI. Now Estrada, who doubled a moment ago, is at third. Sean Boyd at first. Here's Travis now. Hansen with a fly ball to right field in his last at bat. He also hit the ball hard but right at Shell, who made the play on the comebacker in the first inning. So he's 0 for 2. Takes it up and away, and it's 1-0. Got to avoid the double play here. Like to see the Cardinals put on a little hit and run here. Boyd stays. 1-0 on the way to Hansen. Grounded foul slowly over there on the third base side as it comes bouncing off the fence over to Chris Maloney, who will underhand it into the first row of the stands. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hansen, the team leader, with 36 runs driven across this season. If Diaz another 3 games, he might catch him. I exaggerate to clarify, but Diaz is on a heck of a tear, now with more RBIs than games played coming into tonight. That's no knock on Trav. That's just a statement about how en fuego Juan Diaz really is. Runners at the corners and 1 away. The 1-1 on the way to Travis Hansen. This is outside and low. 2 balls and a strike. Robinson Cancel waits on deck, and Juan Diaz behind him. Cancel has ripped the ball to right field twice, but both times Murphy has run it down. Boyd stays as making a move towards third and then stepping off and making a lollipop throw over to first base is right-hander Steven Shell. Mike Napoli now comes out from behind home plate and is going to talk to the right-hander. Shell turns his back to us now. Where's number 21 on the back of that home white uni? Hansen digs back in. Runners at the corners. Good hitter's pitch coming up here. There goes Boyd. 2-1 on the way to Travis. Grounded foul as it squirts over to the Arkansas dugout on the right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Boyd often moving on the 2-1 pitch. We'll see what Skipper does here on 2-2. 6 base hits for the Cardinals. Threatening. Tying run just 90 feet away. They just need a fly ball. Don't hit it to one of the infielders up the middle. Boyd now will take another throw over to first base. This one the more conventional off and throw it to first rather than the bluff towards third to get Estrada and then come back over to first to chase Sean back. 2-2 again on the way to Hansen. Line drive, base hit, center field. Boyd was stationary on the pitch, so he will hit the bag at second and hold up there as Travis comes through in the clutch with an RBI single, and we're knotted up at 2. Go-ahead run moves into scoring position now. Hansen picks up his team-leading 37th RBI of the season. We're tied at 2. So Estrada out of a nasty slump with a 1-out double, and it pays dividends here for the Cardinals. And now Springfield with runners at first and second and only one away. Nobody throwing in the Arkansas bullpen. That may change momentarily, however. Already to the mound once this inning is their pitching coach, Keith Comstock. First offering on the way to Robinson, can't sell. Breaking ball misses inside 1-0, and that's going to get Comstock up as he takes off his hat and motions down to the bullpen. And Arkansas will indeed get a man up. Shell from the stretch checks the runners. 1-0 on the way to Cancel. Fouled out of play. Coming back behind us. 1 ball, 1 strike. Robbie out of the box, readjusting everything. Ready to step back in now. Shell has his sign. He works from the stretch. With runners at first and second, 1 out. 1-1 on the way to Cancel. Popped him up on the infield. Infield fly is called. Second baseman Alberto Callaspo now literally just a few feet away from the first base bag on the infield grass as he, of course, calls off Elward. And there are 2 away. So Robbie pops up as he can't deliver the clutch hit. 2 down for Juan Diaz. Diaz laced a single to left field in the 4th inning and was part of a double play hit into by Papa Boulevard to end inning number 4. 1 for 2 on the night. 4 for 5 last night with 2 homers and 3 RBIs, giving him now 7 home runs and 22 runs driven in his first 21 games as a Cardinal. Pitch to Diaz, fouled out of play. Right side, 0-1. Down in the Arkansas bullpen, the man they have up is right-hander Marco Sullivan. 0-1 on the way to Diaz. Has to move out of the way of that one, but the fastball nearly grazed him in the stomach. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 2-2 ball game. We are in the 5th. Travelers got 2 in the first. The Cards have answered finally with 2 here in the 5th. The 1-1 on the way to Big Juan Diaz. Hammer towards left field, but right at David Gates. He is there, and he's got the line drive in his glove for the 3rd and final out. Well, Diaz hit it right on the button, but he smoked it right at David Gates. Cards sent 7 men to the plate here in the 5th inning. They scored twice. They do leave 2 stranded on 4 base hits, and at the end of 4 1/2, we're officially halfway home. A 2-2 tie on Jock 98.7.
Billiards of Springfield wants you to have some fun. Just a short walk from the downtown ballpark next to the Shrine Mosque and Expo Center. Bring the whole family in before or after the game and enjoy 18 pool tables, air hockey, Golden Tee video games, great Angus beef burgers, cold drinks, and adult beverages. Billiards of Springfield, home of the Blue Room, available for private parties and business meetings. Open Monday through Sunday. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 4 to 7, and all day Sunday. Billiards of Springfield, Jordan Valley Park's best kept secret.
Are you a man's man? What you like, you're never going to find at some department store, right? Well, then visit Just for Him. It's Springfield's place to go for fine tobaccos and cigars, Swiss Army knives, hats for the season, poker, and gaming supplies, gifts for a friend, and oh, so much more. Come see for yourself at 1334 East Battlefield in the Fremont Center. Just for Him, the most exquisite and unique men's gift store in Springfield. Go Cardinals.
The second half of the 2005 season is here. Have you been to Hammond Field yet? Tickets for all Springfield Cardinals home games are available by calling 417-863-2143, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, or jump online anytime and visit the Cardinals website at www.springfieldcardinals.com. Click on the ticket link and purchase your seats for any Cardinals home game during the 2005 season. That's 417-863-2143 and springfieldcardinals.com for all your ticket needs. Springfield Cardinals baseball, the game you remember.
2-2. Bottom of the 5th. Juan Diaz rips the ball to left field with 2 on base, but David Gates has it come right to him. First offering on the way from Jeremy Cummings, who's certainly settled into a nice little groove since the first inning when he gave up a couple of hits and a couple of runs. could be a different ball game had the umpires not gone against Travis Hansen, as they claimed he was in the way. There's a ground ball, sliding stop. Aaron Herr can't make it as it's under his glove into right field for a base hit. Reggie Willits is on board with his second hit of the night. Ground ball just to the left of Aaron Herr, trying to come up with a little sliding stop, and the ball got underneath of him and into right field. Go-ahead run is aboard for the Travelers here in the fifth inning, and here's Alberto Callaspo. They pitch out, and Cancel looks down at first where Reggie Willits is stationary, not going anywhere. Willits did steal his 17th base of the season back in the first inning. Travelers tonight already with 4 stolen base attempts. They are the league's most notorious stealing club. They have stolen 74 bases this year, tops in the Texas League. Midland has 12. Way to go. Jeremy Cummings with a move over to first baseman Juan Diaz, trying to hold the runner on. Yeah, the Midland Rockhounds have 12 stolen bases. Yikes. That's the difference between the two clubs. Midland leading the league with a .285 average, but they have just 12 stolen bases. The Arkansas Travelers right there. From game to game, it could go either way. Arkansas hitting .284, just 1 point less than Midland. That's basically just one good night versus one bad night to see who goes on top in the batting race. But yet, the Travelers have stolen, counting tonight, 62 more bases. And yet it's Midland who has the better record. 11 games over 500 compared to Arkansas's 1 game over. There goes Willits. Cancel, throw down to second base, is into the dirt, and it gets into center field. Aaron Herr going to back it up as he knocks it down. And Willits will stop at second. Second stolen base of the night for Willits. Is it smart to run against Robinson Cancel? The guy is throwing out 47% of the base runners coming into tonight. But the Travs now with 3 steals in 5 attempts against Robbie. Running rampant. Willits is filthy. That white uniform is all dirtied up now. That's as dirty as I've seen a uniform this season. He looks like Pigpen. Every time he takes a step, there's a big poof of dust. Swing and a miss by Callaspo, and it's 2-1. Two-1 on the way from Cummings now to the left-handed hitting Alberto Callaspo. A low strike call as Callaspo bites his lip right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. By comparison, speaking of stolen bases and offensive numbers, the Cardinals hitting .254. They are 7th in the Texas League's 8-team race in that department. .254, only 4 points better than Corpus Christi. So the Cards 7th of the 8 clubs in hitting. As far as stolen bases go, the Cardinals are also 7th. 35 stolen bases. They're nowhere near 8th, where Midland has 12. From 7th to 8th, there's quite the disparity. 12 stolen bases for Midland, 35 for the Cardinals. There's a line shot, 1 hop past Juan Diaz into right field for a base hit. Willits is going to get the green light. Mingus with the throw to the plate. It's not in time. Willits scores, and it's 3-2. Travelers like to run, and it pays dividends here in the 5th inning. Willits singles, steals second, and comes in to score on the single by Alberto Callaspo. Mingus with a strong throw, just nothing he could do about it. Give Callaspo his 36th RBI of the season, and the Travs are back out in front 3-2.
Shortstop, Erick Aybar.
A move over to first base from Jeremy Cummings as Callaspo, who was caught stealing back in the 3rd, and the 1st for that matter, Nearly gets picked off right there. A move over to first again from Cummings, this time not nearly as close. Erick Aybar at the plate, waiting patiently as Cummings has yet to come in. Now another move over to first. Aybar hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored in the first. Reached on an error and was picked off in the third. Cummings, another move over to first base. This one low and right into the runner as Diaz catches it and slaps the tag. And the crowd starting to get a little antsy. And number 34, Jeremy Cummings, who now, as Callaspo calls time and steps off first base and dusts himself off, literally. Fans starting to come down a little bit on Jeremy Cummings. Aybar, the switch hitter, batting left-handed. Now finally, the first pitch coming, breaking ball, just missed high as it looked pretty tight. Tight as in good. 1-0 as it just misses high. The St. Louis Cardinals, even though they lost today, they did have some good news off the field, if you will. Talk about that here in a moment. Cummings from the stretch, the 1-0. This time he does get the breaking ball over inside corner as Aybar tries to twist out of the way and sell it to the home plate umpire, but it's no avail. 1-1. Cardinals agreed to terms with 5 of their top 8 draft picks today, including number 1 overall pick, 18-year-old Colby Rasmus, an outfielder from Alabama. There's a pickoff move, and this time it gets away from Diaz, and Callaspo going to move down to second base. The throw was low. Throw was low and in the dirt, and Diaz couldn't dig it out. So Callaspo will advance, and Cummings paying a whole lot of attention to Callaspo over there at first base. And finally, it works against him as the throw gets away from Diaz. So a runner at second base, still nobody out. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Arkansas already with a run in to take a 3-2 lead, and the pitch has popped up and out of play to right side, 1-2. Colby Rasmus, who was selected 28th overall in the first round, Cards' first draft pick in last week's June draft. Outfielder out of Russell County High School in Alabama. Pitch on the way to Aybar. Ooh, chased a bad one there, but fouled it off. Pitch was way outside. Still 1-2. Cardinals also signed 4 others out of their top 8 draft picks. So in all today, they inked 5 different guys, 5 of their top 8 draft picks, which is tremendous. One, 2 on the way to Aybar. Popped him up. Straight away left field. Bolivar is coming in. Estrada going out. It's going to be Kevin Estrada to make the play as he'll back up into shallow left field and make the grab. Finally, 1 down here in the bottom half of inning number 5 as Cummings has been out there throwing for what seems like forever here in the 5th inning. Gave up consecutive singles as the Travs steal a base in between those singles and have a 3-2 lead. 1 gone. Callaspo in scoring position for Mike Napoli, who is 1 for 1 with a 2-run triple in the first. Walked and was stranded in the third. Takes a strike and it's 0-1. The 0-1 on the way to Mike Napoli. Up and in this time. 1 ball and 1 strike. Talking about the St. Louis Cardinals today, inking a handful of those draft picks. There were no announcements as to where any of these guys were going. However, it's unlikely anybody would make the jump all the way to Double-A. That's a rare instance. Most of these guys are going to be starting for the low A teams. And no, I'm not talking about Palm Beach or the Quad Cities. Short season ball opens up here very soon, which is kind of exciting, as that'll be another couple of affiliates that we'll get a chance to talk about. The 1-1 on the way to Napoli, rather the 2-1 is a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 on the way to Napoli. Popped up a mile high in the air left side. That, however, is going to hit in the stands about 5 rows up. Still 2-2. The New Jersey Cardinals of the New York Penn League will kick off here in about another week. And then also you're looking at the Johnson City Cardinals of the Appalachian League kicking off in about another week. And most of these guys that are currently signing with St. Louis are going to end up playing there. You'll get an occasional floater that goes to Palm Beach. And speaking of float, one just floated by Mike Napoli, swing and a miss. Jeremy Cummings scored his 3rd strikeout and his first since he got David Gates looking to open up the 2nd. 2 down. Tommy Murphy is the hitter. Callaspo still in 2nd. First offering to Murphy is a called strike, and it's 0-1. Tommy Murphy is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. There's a hard ground ball. Aaron Herr has it, as it takes a funny hop, but he plays it very cleanly and gets it over to Juan Diaz for the 3rd and final out here in inning number 5. Travs open up the inning with consecutive singles. After Willits singles, he steals 2nd and scores on the RBI knock from Alberto Callaspo, and they reclaim the lead. It's 3-2 at the end of 5 on Jock 98.7.
The 5th inning is brought to you in part by Ernie Biggs Dueling Piano Bar in downtown Springfield.
Forget karaoke. Ernie Biggs Dueling Piano Bar is the place to be. At Ernie Biggs Dueling Piano Bar, you can request your favorite song and you can sing along. Ernie Biggs Dueling Piano Bar features musicians from around the country with different performers each weekend. The doors open at 7, performances start at 8. Enjoy great food and live entertainment you can't find anywhere else in Springfield. Ernie Biggs Dueling Piano Bar.
The 5th inning is sponsored in part by Chesterfield Eyeworks.
Are you having trouble seeing the baseball? Then maybe it's time for your annual eye exam at Chesterfield Eyeworks. Hi, I'm Dr. William Holmes, and if you don't want to miss any of the Cardinals action this season, call 889-7788 for an appointment today. We also have the most up-to-date frames and lens options and a great selection of non-prescription sunglasses. So make sure you can see the ball. Call 889-7788 at Chesterfield Eyeworks, where wearing glasses just got cool.
Did you know Springfield Branson Regional Airport offers the convenience of nonstop service to 10 different hubs by 5 different carriers to connect you, whether across the country or across the globe? Why spend time and money on the road when Springfield Branson Regional Airport, your hometown airport and hub to the world, offers convenience, easy access, and major league connections? A winning lineup for your next trip, whether for business or just for fun.
Now batting for the Cardinals, right fielder Tyler Hinkins.
Top half of the 6th inning. Tyler Mingus to lead things off as he hacks at the first offering. Fouls it out of play, right side, and it's 0-1. Jeremy Cummings gets in a little hot water in the 5th inning, gives up consecutive singles. And it results in a run, but he retires the final 3 men of the inning, and he leaves Callaspo stranded. There's a ground ball, one hot diving stop. Greg Porter to his right, up with it, over to first, just in time to get Mingus. Tyler's going to be chapped about that one. Robbed of a base hit by Greg Porter, who makes a pretty good stop. 5-3 on the putout as Tyler is down. 0 for 2 on the night now for the All-Star. Here's Papo. Singled in the second. Was caught stealing. Grounded into an inning-ending double play in the fourth. Papo swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Next offering on the way from right-hander Steven Shell, who again pitches with the lead. And this time it's over but low. Ball and a strike on Papo Bolivar. Next offering on the way, misses just outside. 2-1. 3-2 is our score. Travelers on top. We're in the sixth inning. There's a ground ball hit foul down the right field line. Pretty close, but not that close. Two balls, 2 strikes on Papo Bolivar. Right-handed hitter. Batting .239 coming into tonight and is 1 for 2. Tulsa Drillers now leading 8-2 in Wichita. That game moves to the 5th inning. Drillers had an early 6-0 lead. The Wranglers got 2 back, but Tulsa answers with 2 more. Pitch in the dirt now. Full count on Bolivar. 3-2. Guards looking to get the tying run on base. Cody Harther waits on deck. 3-2 on the way to Papo. Hard ground ball, but hit right at Callaspo. About a step to his left. He plays the high hopper. Gets it over to Elward. 4-3, and there's 2 away. Right as we were coming back from break, first pitch swinging. Cody Harther launched a high fly ball to right center field, and the wind helped it get on out of here. It literally hit the very top of the wall. And I don't mean the top as in what we see. I mean the top as in top. Clanked on what has probably got to be, 5 or 6 inches worth of a base on the top of the wall. And it goes out of the yard for Harther's first AA home run. He's come close a couple of different times on the most recent homestand at Hammons Field. 0-1 on the way to Cody Harther. Misses outside. 1-1. He's got some power. Had 8 home runs for the Florida State League's Palm Beach Cardinals and was named a Florida State League All-Star. But obviously isn't going to get to play in the game. He's got better things to do. Bigger fish to fry, if you will. Pitch fouled back to the screen, and now it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Base is empty. Cards down by a run, a 3-2. Harther fouls this one out of play left side. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Cody Harther wearing 16 on the back of that road gray jersey. Born in Valencia, California, the land of oranges. Or is that Orange County? Arthur swings and misses, and he's down on strikes. Here, turns around and asks the plate umpire if he swung at a strike. And I don't know what the answer is. Arthur shaking his head up and down, yes. So perhaps not convinced that he chased a good pitch there. Cards go in order, 1, 2, 3. Steven Shell strikes out, just his second man of the night to end the 6th inning through 5.5. It's the Travelers 3, Cardinals 2 on Chalk 98.7.
Managing a touring rock band's a sweet gig. If you enjoy trying to find things like ostrich skin spandex in Des Moines after hours. But I got a secret weapon, McDonald's. They're open till midnight now, so whatever the band wants, I just come back with a big bag of McDonald's. Once they see that, they forget all about the live dolphin they sent me out for.
McDonald's is now open till midnight or later at participating restaurants.
Today we're talking to new Dodge owners at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive.
I got a Dodge Ram with an available Hemi V8.
I got a Durango with the roomiest interior of any vehicle in its class.
I got a Magnum with over 70 cubic feet of maximum cargo space.
I got a wife, 2 kids, and a dog. Show me a Caravan.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer for some of our best deals and low payments on the Dodge you really want. Now at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive, or visit Dodge.com/sales. Interior room claim based on automotive news classification.
Springfield Cardinals dugout decks are the coolest way to enjoy a Cardinals game. For groups between 20 and 30 people, the dugout decks are a perfect way to enjoy an evening at Hammons Field. Plus, everyone in your group gets a free, one-of-a-kind Springfield Cardinals hat, which is only available to groups in the dugout decks. Jump online right now and take a look at those 20 free hats at SpringfieldCardinals.com. Call 417-863-0000 888-2143 to reserve your dugout deck. Springfield Cardinals baseball, the game you remember.
Springfield Cardinals trailing 3-2 as we move to the bottom half of the sixth. Jeremy Cummings is still out there for the Cardinals. And before we get here to the bottom of the sixth, we pause for station identification.
KWTO FM Springfield, Jock 98.7.
Software Central and Radio Computer Systems.
889-5885.
First offering on the way from Cummings to the leadoff man here in the bottom of the sixth inning. This is Greg Porter. He fouls it out of play, and it's 0-1. Greg Porter to be followed by David Gates and then Mike Elward. These 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Tom Gamboa and the Arkansas Travelers. 0-1 offering is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Willie Collazo, a left-hander, is warming up down in the Arkansas bullpen. He's 5'9" and 175 pounds. Earlier, when Stephen Shell was struggling back in inning number 5, we saw a right-hander up and throwing. That was right-hander Marco Sullivan. Now they've got a left-hander up, and most likely this is the next man out of the pen. The 1-2 to Porter, outside corner for strike 3 call. He's not very happy about it. Cummings punches out his 4th man of the ninth. 1 gone here in the 6th inning. He stands there in the box, chirps at the umpire, and finally walks off.
The left fielder, David Gates.
So 1 gone for David Gates. He's had a quiet night. Struck out looking at the 2nd, walked in, was stranded in the 4th, officially 0 for 1. Checking your Major League scoreboard for you. We told you the Cardinals earlier today at Busch failed to make it 2 in a row over the Yanks. Randy Johnson, 7 shutout innings, allowed just 4 singles. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 7. He improves to 6-5 as the Yankees now within a game of the 500 mark at 30-31 as they drop the Cards today. 5-0 at Busch. Mark Mulder took the loss for the Cardinals. He falls to 7-4. 1-1 on David Gates. Pitch on the way. There's a fly ball hit fairly deep to right center field. Tyler Mingus going back. Mingus at the track. Mingus at the wall. Makes the leap up against the wall, and he's got it. What a genius. Out there at first base, the umpire just gave the indication that the ball was gone. He gave the round tripper. That's well done, my man. Yep. Little embarrassed. Mingus makes the catch up against the wall. It's 20 feet high. Tyler just covered his mouth to laugh at the first base umpire. That's well done. No doubt about it. Stands up. He's given the, yep, you're rounding the bases. Mingus threw the baseball back in, and he went, oopsie daisies. I mean, out. It's a 20-foot high wall. So it's not like Mingus just took a home run away, but actually he did make the leap up against the wall and probably took extra bases away. Here's a ground ball deep in the hole at short. Kevin Estrada from shallow left field fires across the diamond and gets Elward by a step and a half. Interesting 6th inning. Good defense for the Springfield Cardinals as Mingus leaps up against the wall and hauls one in that the umpire actually said was gone. First base umpire David Rackley. Have your eyes checked, my man. Mike Elward grounds out to Kevin Estrada. 6-3 on the putout. He moves to the 7th. That's one of the funniest things you're ever going to see. 3-2. Arkansas in front of the Springfield Cardinals on Jock 98.7.
The 6th of Springfield Cardinal Baseball is brought to you by Sonic.
Sonic presents a mascot proposal.
Hey, Pete. Yeah. I think the extra long cheese Tony would be a great mascot. Mm-hmm. He'd be on the sidelines, like, shooting chili out of cannons. I don't think people are going to like that. And then it could put mustard in their eyes, like whipping people with himself, like... Most people want mascots to just be, like, friendly. Like, oh, look at the funny extra long cheese Tony.
I want my mascot shooting chili, whipping people, and throwing mustard in their eyes. Sonic. Nothing goes better with sports.
What's the
the bag?
You buy something.
I got a great deal.
And soon you realize
I can't believe you bought that.
it's no bargain. You needed something better, but you can get the right auto coverage at the right price from a State Farm agent you can count on. Call today. Find out why more people trust State Farm for car insurance.
You still got the receipt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Providing insurance and financial services.
In Ozark, see Chuck Fugate. And in Springfield, see Jim Roebuck.
Today we're talking to new Dodge owners at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive.
I got a Dodge Ram with an available Hemi V8.
I got a Durango with the roomiest interior of any vehicle in its class.
I got a Magnum with over 70 cubic feet of maximum cargo space.
I got a wife, 2 kids, and a dog. Show me a Caravan.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer for some of our best deals and low payments on the Dodge you really want. Now at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive or visit Dodge.com/sale. Interior room plane based on automotive news classification.
First pitch swinging, Aaron Herr just ripped a single into left center field, and the Cardinals have the tying run aboard here to lead off inning number 7. Herr singles to open up the frame. Springfield trailing 3-2. And now, are we going to see some small ball? Kevin Estrada to step in there. A left-handed arm is out there on the hill now for the Arkansas Travelers as Steven Shell out and Willie Collazo in. Really doesn't get any funnier than that right there. Mingus backtracked at the wall and made the leap up in the air and made the grab. First base umpire David Rackley. And again, just to make sure that you're clear on this, it's a 20-foot high wall. So the baseball up in the air comes down into the glove. Tyler hasn't got that kind of hops. He's about, 10 feet off the ground or so. Not off the ground, but 10 feet high in the air with glove catch anyways. Estrada going to bunt, lay it down, first base side. Collazo going to fire it over to the first baseman, Elward. And the sacrifice is complete. 1-3 on the putout, and Aaron Herr moves into scoring position for the Cardinals. So one gone, and Herr in scoring position for Sean Boyd, who's 2 for 3 on the night. David Rackley has got to feel like he needs to find a rock and crawl underneath of it after that exhibition. Tyler came down with the baseball, and I'm watching the first base umpire, Rackley, spinning his finger around and around and around. And boy, that's got to just make Chris Maloney feel justified in his earlier arguments with David Rackley, who called interference as Hansen was charged with an error for what they claimed to be interfering with Reggie Willits while he was in the proverbial pickle back in a 2-run first inning, as it really changed the entire momentum of the first inning. Sean Boyd takes the 1-1 pitch inside for ball 2-1. After Mingus threw it in, Rackley looked at it, realized he was on the hook, and then clenched the fist. Like, yeah, I saw it all the time. I was just trying to have a little fun with you, Tyler. Maloney's got to love that. I love that. That's just tremendous. Maddox Newfrater. Contact David Rackley for immediate medical attention. 2-2 on the way to Sean Boyd, fouled at the plate as it squirts over there towards the third base coach's box. 2-2 on Boyd. Down in the Cardinal bullpen, Jeremy Cook is loosening up as he begins to warm. Down in the Arkansas bullpen, they've now got a right-hander up and throwing. Collazo, the 2-2 to Boyd, misses inside. It's a full count at 3-2. Waiting on deck, you've got the left-handed hitting Travis Hansen, who actually hits left-handers better than he does right-handers. 3-2 on the way to Sean Boyd. Soft line drive. That is up the middle into center field for a base hit. Aaron Herr going to get the stop sign. Boy, it had so much backspin on it. There was no doubt it was going to get into center field, but it had so much backspin on the ball that once it finally hit, Aybar had a chance to stop it in shallow center. You know how fast he can cover ground, and he actually did get a glove on it, and he keeps it from getting fully to the center fielder Willits. He scampers out there into the center field to retrieve it, and Herr, as a result, has to wait at third base before coming home. So Herr makes it as far as third. Boyd's third hit of the night. 3 singles. Cards another opportunity here to tie the ball game. Very similar situation to what they were looking at in the 5th inning, with runners at the corners for Travis Hansen. Hansen in that inning delivered an RBI single as the Cardinals tied the game at 2. Here, Hansen in a similar situation. Runners at first and third, only 1 out. You got to stay out of the double play. Keith Comstock, the pitching coach for the Arkansas Travelers, is out of the dugout and out on the mound. Having a little chit-chat with Willie Collazo. Right-hander continues to loosen there in the bullpen. Currently, he's walking around just kicking at some dirt as he's technically stopped throwing. So here's Hansen. The man down in the bullpen is Aaron Pullen, 6'3", 200-pound right-hander. Got to stay out of the double play here. Aaron Herr, decent speed at third. Sean Boyd, good speed over at first, and now a little lob toss over to the first base bag where Elward takes the throw, but Sean Boyd plenty of time to get back there. 3-2. Travelers leading it here in the 7th, but the Cards threatening. With 1 out. Here comes the first pitch to Travis Hansen. Hit in the air, shallow center field. Moving out is Erick Aybar. This isn't going to do it. In shallow center, Aybar gloves it 2 away. So the first pitch to Travis Hansen, he pops up and he can't get the job done. Now it'll be up to Robinson Cancel. So he gave him a breaking ball, and Hansen tries to drive it, and instead gets under it. So Travis 1 for 4, and he fails to drive in the tying run with a fly ball deep enough to score Herr from third. Now you've got Cancel up there at the plate, one of the hottest hitters in a Springfield uniform. However, tonight he is 0 for 3. Lined out twice to Murphy in right field, also popped up to Callaspo at second base. Runners at the corners. I'd like to see him put Boyd into motion. Maybe open up a little hole for Robbie. Tying run just 90 feet away, but it's going to take a base hit. Collazo momentarily stepped off. Now he's back on. 2 outs. We're in the 7th. Runners at the corners, and now a step towards first, no throw, and a look back towards third is Aaron Herr. Where's he going to go? And this is just a ploy. Turns out they just needed more time. Tom Gamboa, here he comes out of the Traveler dugout, and he's not going to let Cancel face the left-hander Willie Collazo. Instead, he's going to go down and get Aaron Pullen from the right field bullpen. Cancel shakes his head and is on his way back to the dugout. And it's going to be a bit now before he gets a chance to try to drive in the game-tying run. This gives us an opportunity to check the Major League scoreboard from earlier today. Yankees defeating the Cardinals 5-0 behind Randy Johnson's 6th win of the year. Oakland falls in Atlanta. 5-3 Braves defeat the A's. Andrew Jones with a couple of home runs, giving him 14 now on the year for Atlanta. Cubs edge the Red Sox. Boston gets 2 in the 9th. They fall short, 7-6. Cubs over the Red Sox. Marlins hang on for a 6-5 win at home over the Texas Rangers. Top of the 9th inning, the Jays have scored a run, but they still trail 3-2 in Houston. Toronto still batting in the 9th inning with a man on. Washington with a run in the 7th to snap a 1-1 tie. They now lead the Mariners 2-1. Nationals leading it in the 8th. Also top of the 8th inning, Philadelphia leading Milwaukee 7-5. Pittsburgh 13-2 all over Tampa Bay. That's in the 8th. Baltimore getting hammered in the 7th. 10-0 Reds over the Orioles. Angels visiting the Mets. They're tied at 1. That's in the 4th. Detroit with a 3-2 lead in Colorado. And coming up in about a half hour, Kansas City's in Arizona. J.P. Howell, who was pitching in the Texas League less than 10 days ago, He gets his Major League debut tonight against the Diamondbacks in Arizona. Also later on tonight, White Sox in San Diego to take on the Padres, Twins at Dodgers, Cleveland visits San Francisco. Here we go. Aaron Pullen is the hitter. He becomes the third pitcher on the night used by the Arkansas Travelers, takes over for Callaspo, who win just 2/3 of an inning. Right now, 2 runners aboard at first and third. The right-hander Aaron Pullen will make a move over to first base to chase Sean Boyd back to the bag. Numbers on Pullen this year. The right-hander appearing now in his 24th game. All out of the bullpen. He's 0-3 with an ERA of 4.13. First offering on the way to Cancel, way inside, 1-0. In Aaron Pullen's 23 relief appearances, he's collected 3 saves. That's covered 28 1/3 innings. He's given up 14 runs, 13 of them earned on 26 hits. 18 strikeouts, but 19 walks. Texas League batting just .236 against him. Cancel takes a pitch on the inside part of the plate for a strike, 1-1. Looked a little inside. Looked a little high as well. Juan Diaz waits on deck for a chance to hit here in the 7th inning with men on. 3-2 Travelers in the 7th. 2 outs and runners at the corners. The 1-1 on the way to Cancel was late on that one, as good hard slider was running away from Robbie. 1-2. Jeremy Cook looks like he'll come out and work the bottom of the 7th inning as the right-hander has continued to warm up this entire time, as it looks like Cummings' night has come to an end. 2 outs, a ball and 2 strikes on right-handed hitting Robinson Cancel. Aaron Pullen from the stretch. 1-2 on the way to Robbie. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, and he'll turn around and bark at the home plate umpire. And now Robinson Cancel is going to get some barking of his own. Some other chirping coming out of the Cardinals dugout as the home plate umpire, Jason Stein, also the crew chief, is going to bark into the Cardinal dugout. Now he'll step Maloney on the way down and bark at Maloney a little bit, telling his players in the dugout, his coaches in the dugout, to be quiet. Cards strand 2. They waste the leadoff single by Aaron Herr as Robinson Cancel can't pull the trigger. Hansen pops up to the shortstop with a man at third and only 1 out. They stretch here in Arkansas. 3-2 Travs on Jock 98.7.
Hey, it's your Friendly Energy Propane here with Doug from Georgia writes,
Propane, I'm about to meet my future in-laws. How do I make a good impression?
Doug, I'd buy a propane furnace. They last 10 years longer than electric heat pumps and deliver warmer air faster. You'll create a home that's warm and welcoming for everyone, even the in-laws.
Learn more about propane's lasting value at usepropane.com. Exceptional energy.
We're out of space on our network again? We just purchased another server.
Are your servers filling up with your valuable company data? Do you need to know what the most efficient and affordable solution is for your company when it comes to data storage? With ISG as your technology partner, the cost of your first SAN solution or storage area network just became more affordable. For small businesses, migrating to a storage area network always seemed too risky, expensive, and complicated until now. Building your first SAN could be easier with an HP storage solution from ISG. Call Integrated Solutions Group in Springfield today to find out more. 887-2222. Affordable, easy-to-use storage solutions from ISG.
Each Sunday at Hammonds Field is a kid's dream come true. The Springfield Cardinals are proud to present Highland Dairy Ice Cream Sundays. Every Sunday with the Springfield Cardinals, kids 15 and under will enjoy free ice cream before the game. All thanks to our good friends at Highland Dairy. Call 417-863-2143 for tickets to any Springfield Cardinals game. And don't forget that every Sunday at Hammonds Field is a Highland Dairy Ice Cream Sunday. Springfield Cardinals baseball, the game you remember.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Jeremy Cook will indeed take over for the Cardinals as Jeremy Cummings goes 6 innings here tonight. Puts in a good start. Gave up 2 runs in the first inning, one of which was an unearned run. And gives up a couple of singles to open up the 5th as he gives up the lead. Right now Cummings is on the hook. 3 runs, 2 earned on 6 hits. Jeremy Cummings struck out 4 men, walked a couple, and hit a batter. Cookie facing Ryan Leahy to open up the 7th. Pops up and out of play the 0-1 offering. Now the count 0-2. So Jeremy Cook coming on now, and looks like he's probably going to be used primarily as a reliever here in the second half, as he's been bumped out of the starting rotation after struggling a little bit. Cook making his 3rd appearance against the Arkansas Travelers. No record in a couple of starts against the Travs. He's pitched well, 13 total innings, and has only allowed 5 runs, 4 earned on 12 base hits. Overall this year, Jeremy Cook with a record of 2-2 and a 4.81 ERA. Strikeout. Pitches in the dirt, however, as Cancell's going to have to throw down to the first base bag, where Leahy will be out 2-3, and Cookie opens up the 7th inning with a strikeout. 1 gone, and we go back to the top of the order for Reggie Willits. Jeremy Cook, in his 13 prior appearances, 3 of those have come out of the bullpen, so now you're talking about his 4th relief appearance. 58 total innings worth of work. He's given up 41 runs. Only 31 of them are earned on 74 base hits, 25 strikeouts, 14 walks, and Texas League batting .306 against the right-hander Jeremy Cook. Wears number 40 on the back of his road gray jersey as the pitch misses the leadoff hitter Reggie Willits. 1-0. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Travelers leading at 3-2. Ground ball deep in the hole. Kevin Estrada got to get rid of it quick. The throw to first is in time. Wow. Very close. Great play defensively. Estrada's 3rd great defensive grab of the night. Deep in the hole. Second time in 2 innings that Estrada's made a play from shallow left field as he fires across the diamond to get probably the Travs' fastest base runner. Willits hustling down the line, trying to beat out his 3rd base hit of the night, but he's denied by Estrada, who makes a great play. 6-3, 2 down. Callaspo, the hitter. He sends a ground ball on 1 hop down to Juan Diaz. An easy play for Big Man. He'll carry it to the bag, and an easier inning for Jeremy Cook. 3 unassisted on the Callaspo ground out, and Cook faces the minimum and mows him down 1-2-3. We go to the 8th. Cards still trailing by a run, 3-2 on Jock 98.7.
This bottom half of the 7th inning of Springfield Cardinal baseball is brought to you by the Overhead Door Company of Springfield. The Overhead Door Company of Springfield is the area's only authorized distributor of Overhead Door Corporation's Red Ribbon products and the largest factory-authorized Genie service dealer in the metro area. Since 1954, they've provided service for both commercial and residential customers. Look for the Red Ribbon and visit their convenient showroom located at 707 North Grant Avenue to see operating garage doors and automatic door openers. Call the Overhead Door Company of Springfield today at 862-9339 or 800-383-9328. Fast Break Sports is the headquarters for all your Cardinals apparel and memorabilia with the best selection of merchandise in the area. Come into Fast Break Sports located in Battlefield Mall today and give us a Cardinal Grade of the Week, and you'll receive 20% off all Cardinal merchandise. So come on into Fast Break Sports for your team jersey.
Did you know Springfield Branson Regional Airport offers the convenience of nonstop service to 10 different hubs by 5 different carriers to connect you, whether across the country or across the globe? Why spend time and money on the road when Springfield Branson Regional Airport, your hometown airport and hub to the world, offers convenience, easy access, and major league connections? A winning lineup for your next trip, whether for business or just for fun.
Let's hear from Wilbur and Wilbur is heading up to the front gate.
3-2 is our score. Top half of the 8th inning. The Cardinals have had their chances, including in the 7th. With runners at first and third, only 1 out. Travis Hansen, a pop-up to the shortstop, Erick Aybar, as he was able to make the play, keeping the runners stationary at the corners, and then Robinson Cancell called out looking on a pitch that Cancell thought was on the inside, or rather that was on the inside part of the plate. Cancell just flat out thought it was inside. As the Cards leave the tying run just 90 feet away. They'll try to get back into gear here in the top half of the 8th inning with big man Juan Diaz, Tyler Mingus, and Papo Bolivar 4, 5, and 6. Diaz nearly topples over as he swings and then some. Oh my. The crowd will throw out all kinds of oohs and ahs, as not every day you see a 300-pound Cuban man swing from his heels and nearly fall down. Good gracious, 0-1. That was a mighty big swing. The 0-1 on the way from Aaron Pullen. Slider misses down and out of the zone, 1-1. Good crowd here tonight in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I'm not quite sure they realize how far Juan Diaz can hit the baseball, but if he connects, they'll figure it out soon. The 1-1 pitch popped up a mile-high right side, and this one's out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. Diaz is 1 for 3 on the evening. Lined out hard to the left fielder, David Gates, in his last at bat, as he was up there with 2 men on base. Takes a pretty good poke to get it out of here to left field. As to left center, it's the deepest part of the ballpark. It's about 375 feet to straightaway center field, and then the park just keeps growing as you get further to left center field. There's a 390 sign way to the left of left center, but that's not even the deepest part of the ballpark. It's about 410 to left center at the deepest part where it juts out. Diaz chases a pitch down and out of the zone for strike 3, and he's out number 1 here in the 8th inning. Aaron Pullen is out there for his first full inning of work. He came on and struck out Robinson Cancel to end the 7th. So he's faced just 2 men, and he's punched them both out. Cancel looking, Diaz swinging. Here's Tyler. His first home run of the year came on opening night here in Little Rock. Part of a 6-5 loss. Hansen, Bolivar, and Tyler Mingus each had a home run. There's a line shot, but again, right at David Gates. A few steps over to his right. He gloves it, 2 away. Mingus has hit the ball well a couple of times tonight, and yet he's 0 for 3. He has nothing to show for it. He lines out here to the left fielder. There are 2 down in the 8th. Papa Bolivar is the hitter. Cards desperately needing a run to get this one even. They trail 3-2, and time's starting to become a factor. 2 outs in the 8th, and here's Papo. First pitch, inside corner for a called strike. Bolivar looks back at the home plate umpire, Jason Stein, but that one looked pretty good. Not nearly as far inside as one of those ones we saw to Cancel here just a few moments ago. The 0-1 on the way from Aaron Pullen, way out in front of a slider. 0-2. Bolivar swinging hard, not quite as hard as Juan Diaz in the first pitch that he saw here in the 8th inning, but hard enough. The 0-2 on the way to Papo, upstairs for a ball, 1-2. Tulsa now leading in Wichita 8-4. Wranglers score 2 in the bottom of the 6th. They move to the 7th. Drillers 8, Wranglers 4. That's not good. 1-2 on the way. Ground ball taken by the third baseman Porter as he backs up. Long throw across the diamond, half step better than Pablo Bolivar. Cards will be down to their final 3 outs. Jeremy Cook will come out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning and try to work on his 1, 2, 3, 7th inning as he mowed him down in order in his first inning of work. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Arkansas 3, Springfield 2 on Jock 98.7.
The 8th inning is sponsored by National Dental Studio.
Do you wish your teeth were whiter? Are you embarrassed to smile in front of people or in photographs? Do you look at photos of picture-perfect teeth in magazines and wish that was your smile? If the smile you see in the mirror isn't the smile you wish you had, Dr. Betsy McQuarrie can help. For your smile design consultation, call 886-9094. National Dental Studio. Now that's something to smile about.
Russell Cellular and Satellite, a proud provider of Dish Network. Check out Dish Network's digital video recorder, free to any new eligible residential customer. Pause live TV. Record up to 100 hours of your favorite programming. At Russell Cellular and Satellite, you get free equipment and free standard installation on up to 4 TVs, and there's no long-term contract to sign. So call today or visit your local Russell Cellular and Satellite location. All prices, packages, and programming subject to change without notice.
Today we're talking to new Dodge owners at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive.
I got a Dodge Ram with an available Hemi V8.
I got a Durango with the roomiest interior of any vehicle in its class.
I got a Magnum with over 70 cubic feet of maximum cargo space.
I got a wife, 2 kids, and a dog. Show me a Caravan.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer for some of our best deals and low payments on the Dodge you really want. Now at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive or visit Dodge.com/sales. Interior room claim based on automotive news classification.
Shortstop, Erick Aybar.
3-2 is our score. The Arkansas Travelers leading it here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. First pitch swinging, ground ball hit hard, but right at Aaron Hurd. He'll straighten up and fire over to Juan Diaz in time for the out. So one pitch, and Jeremy Cook continues to do good things here as he takes care of Erick Aybar with a 4-3 ground out. Mike Napoli is the hitter, and before Napoli gets to the plate, we pause for station identification. 3-2 Travs here in the bottom of the 8th.
KWTO-FM Springfield hit a grand slam of savings at the Big Lot at Reliable Chevrolet, 3655 South Campbell in Springfield.
Other scores from around the Texas League. Midland at home tonight leading the Frisco Rough Riders 5-1. Midland Rockhounds trying to work on clinching the first half West Division. They are 4 games up on the San Antonio Mission. So Tulsa with a 6-game lead on both Springfield and Arkansas. The race in the West a little bit closer. 0-1 pitch to Mike Napoli, a swing and a miss. Cookie got it going on here tonight, 0-2. Midland leading at home 5-1 over the Frisco Rough Riders. We told you Tulsa leading in Wichita 8-4. Napoli way behind the fastball as he waves and misses. Strike 3. Cookie 5 up and 5 down. 2 gone here in the 8th inning. He earns his second strikeout. Nice job. Corpus Christi flanking San Antonio right now, 3-0 in the 8th. A one-hitter thus far thrown by Corpus Christi pitching. San Antonio batting in the bottom half of the 8th at home, trailing 3-0. Right now, if things stay the way they are, it's going to be a 5-game lead for the Midland Rockhounds in the West Division over the San Antonio Missions. 0-1 on the way. A little chopper to the right of Aaron Hurd. Hits the lip and creates a problem. Aaron's throw to first is just in time to big Juan Diaz. That's a great play and a good job to stay with it. It hit the lip and took an awfully high hop. Hurd stays with it and deals it over to Diaz just in time to get the hustling Tommy Murphy as it goes 4-3. And Murphy wraps up an 0-for-4-9. Cards need a run. They have missed out on opportunity after opportunity here tonight as they've left a handful of men out there. Jeremy Cook does a nice job, and he'll get some bumps from everybody coming to the dugout. 6 up and 6 down in 2 scoreless frames, and hopefully we'll be able to see Jeremy Cook again in the 9th inning. But that'd mean the Cards need at least a run. 3-2 Travelers looking to go 5-0 here against the Cardinals at Ray Winder Field. We move to the 9th on Jock 98.7.
Are you ready to buy or build your dream home? You'll need a full-service banker and broker. You need Global Home Loans and Finance of Springfield. Global Home Loans and Finance loan specialists William, Brandon, or Allen can custom fit you with the home loan you need. Call Global Home Loans and Finance at 887-7002 or come visit us at 3160 South Campbell. Global Home Loans and Finance is an equal housing opportunity and an incorporated 500 company.
The second half of the 2005 season is here. Have you been to Hammondfield yet? Tickets for all Springfield Cardinals home games are available by calling 417-863-2143 Monday through Friday 9 to 5 or jump online anytime and visit the Cardinals website at www.springfieldcardinals.com. Click on the ticket link and purchase your seats for any Cardinals home game during the 2005 season. That's 417-863-2143 and springfieldcardinals.com for all your ticket needs. Springfield Cardinals baseball, the game you remember.
Saving 1/8% on your new mortgage rate is really important. Wasting 10 years of this savings on an old-fashioned realtor's fee is crazy. Don't waste your great new mortgage rate by selling your house the old-fashioned way. Let Assist to Sell take care of all your needs for a flat fee of only $2,495. It's your money. What are you going to do? Call Assist to Sell today at 889-7000. That's 889-7000. Or check us out at SpringfieldAssist2Sell.com. With over 400 independently owned and operated offices nationwide, Assist to Sell can sell your house and save you money.
In the 9th, Arthur Her Estrada. This part of the order has done some good things offensively. Arthur with a home run, his first at the Double-A level to open up the 5th inning to put the Cardinals on the board. Herr got a rally started in the 7th inning. However, he was stranded at third base as he opened the frame with a single. Arthur, first pitch swinging, hammers one but right at the second baseman. Alberto Callaspo takes the one hopper and fires out Cody Arthur. 4-3 on the put out, one pitch and one away. Von Sturzbach is into the ball game for the Arkansas Travelers. 6'2", 190-pound right-hander out of Plantation, Florida. 9th rounder back in the 03 draft out of Central Florida. Sturzbach coming out of the Traveler bullpen as right now he's looking to close down this 3-2 ball game. Sturzbach is a record of 2-3 and a 3.68 earned run average. Leads this ball club with 8 saves and obviously looking for number 9 here. Misses to Aaron Hearn. It's 1-0. 26 prior relief outings for Sturzbach. 29 and a third innings pitched. Breaking ball, strike to Aaron Herr, 1-1. He's given up 18 runs, but only 12 of them earned on 31 hits. He has 26 strikeouts, 14 walks. League hitting .267 against Sturzbach. The right-hander into his wind, and the 1-1 on the way to Herr. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Sturzbach appeared in 3 of the first 4 games of the opening series here at Ray Winder to kick off the 05 season. He collected 3 saves in that 4-game sweep, and yet has only picked up 5 saves since the opening series of 2005. He misses down and away again to Aaron Herr, and the count 3-1. Cards just need a base runner. Herr represents the tying run at the plate. 5 home runs, 20 RBIs, is 1 for 3 on the night. 3-1 inside to Aaron Herr, ball 4. He's on for the second consecutive time, and he'll make his way down to first base. Kevin Estrada is the hitter. Needing some base knocks here. Cards trailing by a run. They are out hitting the Travelers 9-6. But a costly mistake / tough call burned the Cardinals, changing the outcome of what was a 2-run first inning. Hansen called for interference, and it opened up the door for a 2-run inning. He was assessed with an error. First pitch swinging. Estrada chops one into right field down the line for a base hit. Hergen around second on his way for third. The ball is dropped by Murphy. No one covering the bag at second. Estrada will just go ahead and hold up, and the Cardinals have the tying run just 90 feet away with only 1 out. A chopper that was a mile high in the air, and Elward tried to make the leap and couldn't come up with it. Into right field it went for a base hit. Murphy then put his glove down to pick it up and had it tick off of his glove. And that meant Aaron Herr was going to move into third base safely without a throw. So a 1-out walk, and Estrada off the schneid with a big 2-hit night. He is 2 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice. And he's over there at first base. And here's Sean Boyd, an opportunity to drive in the tying run if he can hammer one to the outfield. The infield right now is back, double play down. First pitch to Boyd, hit foul right side, and it's 0-1. So Boyd not ready to look at anything. He is swinging away. Crucial that you stay out of the double play here. Do not roll a ground ball out to any of those middle infielders. They are future Gold Glovers. Keep away from them. It's going to be up to Estrada. The ball's on the ground to try to bust up the double play with a good hard slide. The 0-1 from Sturzbach on the way. They pitch out, and Estrada, a huge lead, will scamper back to first as Napoli bluffs the throw down to first base. A ball and a strike. So the Travelers thinking that something was up. Estrada holds. Aaron Herr just 90 feet away representing the tying run. Estrada over there at first with 1 away. The 1-1 on the way to Sean Boyd is inside, and he jackknives out of the way. 2-1. Travis Hansen waits on deck. Shaded over towards left center is the left fielder David Gates. A lot of room there down the left field line for Boyd. 2-1 on the way. Hit towards right field down the line, and a long run for Tommy Murphy is there deep in foul territory. He'll make the grab. Coming home and in to score is Aaron Herr, and now Estrada tags and goes from first to second, and he's on his way to third because the ball is overshot by the right fielder Tommy Murphy. It's all the way towards the third base dugout We are tied at 3, and the Cards 90 feet away from taking the lead. Boyd flies out deep in foul territory to the right fielder, Murphy, who did a 360 spin and then fired a rainbow in over everybody's heads. Estrada was on the move as he knew the throw was coming home. Good base running by Estrada as he tags and goes from first to second and then sees the baseball go over everyone's heads. And he scampers down to third base. Here's Hansen now. Clutch opportunity. He came up empty in the 7th, needing just a fly ball. Now he needs a hit. There's a hard ground ball hammered out to the second baseman, Callaspo. He's got it. And that'll do it here in the 9th inning. The good news, the Cardinals have gotten even. RBI and a sac fly for Sean Boyd as he drives in his 23rd run of the season. We're tied at 3 as the Cardinals have gotten even here in the 9th inning. The skipper, Chris Maloney, will put his hands together, come over to the dugout and say, good job, troops. We got even. To the bottom of the 9th we go. The Travelers looking like they're going to see Jeremy Cook for the 3rd inning in a row now, as they'll send Greg Porter, David Gates, and Mike Elwood to the plate. We're tied at 3 on Jock 98.7.
It's a home run every day at G.O. Moore Tire and Automotive. G.O. Moore Tire and Automotive understands families and how important your family safety is to you. You want 3 things from your tires: traction, traction, traction. If you demand the best tire for your sedan or minivan, ask for the all-new Michelin Hydro Edge. Hydro Edge also comes with our total satisfaction guarantee, including a 90,000-mile limited warranty. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires. G.O. Moore Tire and Automotive, just at Expressway next to Federal Express.
What's in the bag?
You buy something.
I got a great deal.
And soon you realize
I can't believe you bought that.
it's no bargain. You needed something better. But you can get the right auto coverage at the right price from a State Farm agent you can count on. Call today. Find out why more people trust State Farm for car insurance.
You still got the receipt.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Providing insurance and financial services.
In Springfield, see Bob Berkey or Mike Breeding.
Everyone knows that Cardinals fans are the best in baseball. Now you can be in the loop and know everything about the Springfield Cardinals first by visiting www.springfieldcardinals.com and sign up for the Cards newsletter. Keep up with transactions, all the latest promotional news, and get game stories and recaps immediately after each and every Cardinals game. Sign up for the newsletter and always be kept in the Cardinals loop at www.springfieldcardinals.com. Springfield Cardinals Baseball, the game you remember.
Cards get even in the 9th inning. Sac fly deep down the right field line in foul territory. Murphy made the catch, and the debate here in the press box was whether or not Murphy should have let the ball drop. He had a long run. He had zero chance to get Aaron Herr at the plate after catching it because all his momentum was going into the Arkansas bullpen. And after catching it, which was a pretty good running catch, after catching it, he had no chance of getting Aaron Herr, and of course, then overshot the initial cutoff man. The error actually is going to be charged to Von Sturzbach, who they say jumped up in the air after the catcher was backing up the play, jumped up in the air and tipped the baseball away from everyone else, and it rolled away. Pitch is swung on and missed. Now the 0-2 on the way to Greg Porter. This one bounces in the dirt. It's a ball and 2 strikes. So Jeremy Cook, a little surprise for him as he gets to pitch a 3rd inning, which is good stuff. There's a ground ball hit hard just to the left of Aaron Herr. He gets there, waits for Diaz to get over to the first base bag, and fires a strike to him, 1 away. 4-3 on the ground out. Estrada was able to tag and go from first to second and then move to 3rd on what turns out to be an error by Von Sturzbach, the pitcher, in a little bit of a bizarre play. I don't necessarily agree with the call 100%. I'd have to see it again on replay to be able to confirm what the official score told me, why Sturzbach gets the error. But I'll buy it. Good enough. Matters not to me who you get the error on. Porter grounds out 4-3. 1 gone here in the 9th inning. We are tied at 3. David Gates is the hitter, and he takes a called strike, 0-1. Next offering on the way is in the dirt and all the way to the backstop. A ball and a strike. 3 runs, 10 hits, and 3 errors for the Cardinals. There's a line drive back through the box, and they get the piece of Jeremy Cook. Comes ricocheting out to Kevin Estrada. And no play. Base hit as Cook gives up his first base runner of the night. David Gates with an infield single as Cook knocked it down, but it ricocheted out to Kevin Estrada too late. So an infield single for David Gates. He represents the winning run. Here's Mike Elward, who's had a quiet night. He's 0 for 3. Grounded out to Estrada deep in the hole in his last at bat. With one out, first offering on the way to Elward. This is inside, 1-0. Nobody throwing in the Arkansas bullpen. No one throwing in the Cardinal bullpen. This is Jeremy Cook and Von Sturzbach all the way. Or at least until somebody runs out of gas. Cookie from the stretch. 1-0 on the way to Elward. There's a called strike outside corner, and it's 1-1. Tied at 3 over at first base. Not a lot of speed. There's another line shot back through the box. I think it hit Cook in the foot into center field for a base hit. So consecutive base hits, both headed for center field. Cook, to some extent, gets a body part on each of them. Infield single for Gates. This one just barely got a piece of Cook, somewhere down in the feet area. Mike Elward has his first hit of the night. Consecutive singles here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Travelers with the winning run in scoring position now as Ryan Leahy will step up, and here comes Blaze Ilsley out of the dugout on the left side. On his way to the mound to have words with Jeremy Cook. Robinson Cancel already out there. Jeremy Cummings taken off the hook tonight, and deservedly so. Got a tough break in that first inning on a tough call from first base umpire David Rackley, who, if you were listening when Tyler Mingus caught a ball at the wall in right field and Rackley indicated home run for a good 3 or 4 seconds before Mingus threw the ball back into the infield. Well, it's been a tough night for David Rackley, said Linskog, giggling sarcastically. Bottom of the 9th, Arkansas threatening to win it right here, right now. Runners at first and second, Ryan Leahy, who doubled in the second inning. 1 for 3 on the night. He steps up, righty versus righty. Leahy takes just outside as that one floats up there from Jeremy Cook. 1-0. Not a bad looking pitch. Reggie Willits waits on deck. He's a guy you don't necessarily want to face. He's got a couple of hits tonight, and he moves well. Like to see Leahy bang into the old inning ender. The 1-0. There go the runners. Ground ball towards the hole on the left side. It's into left field for a hit. Here comes Popo. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Kraft wins. Hit and run single in the bottom of the 9th as Leahy delivers the RBI game winner. Cards fall 4-3. They tie it in the top half, but they lose it in the bottom half. Travs win it. 3 straight singles after Cook had retired the first 7 innings phase. 4-3 Arkansas. Your Dodge Dealers of the Ozarks post-game show coming up next on Jock 98.7.
Billy Long here. From now until July the 5th, all their customers down at Mays Automotive Group in Aurora are going to get the same exact pricing as GM employees. This is in addition to all the other rebates and incentives. This price is reflected on the invoice and printed right there for you to see. The Mays Automotive Group in Aurora now has over 550 new vehicles in stock that qualify for this great promotion, and all 550 are sale tagged reflecting this price. So head on down to Aurora, Missouri and take advantage of this great deal. Remember, offer ends July the 5th.
You've been listening to Springfield Cardinals Baseball. This game on Jock 98.7 has been brought to you in part by Billiards of Springfield, Chesterfield iWorks, Choose Your Own Wireless, Classic Wood Floors, Ace H Refrigeration, Global Home Loans and Finance, Database Systems, Fast Break Sports, Heather Klein Family Dentistry, Highland Dairy, Just for Him, the Mays Automotive Group, McDonald's of Springfield, BJC Insurance, The Pet Warehouse, Reliable Chevrolet, Rick's Automotive, Robbie's Tire and Service, Russell Cellular, Software Central, Sonic, Spring Mountain Air, Systematic Savings, Will Fisher Distributing Company, Ark of the Ozarks, Battlefield Lanes, Ernie Biggs Piano Bar, Merced's Cabana Room, Moperk, Oklahoma State University, and Overhead Doors of Springfield.
Your home deserves the classic beauty of solid wood floors. Come to Classic Wood Floors for the best selection of custom wood floors in town. All quality, all classic beauty. Only from Classic Wood Floors. Visit our showroom now and bring the beauty of solid wood floors into your home. Classic Wood Floors. Quality by nature. 523 West Plainview Road.
Classic Wood Floors.
Wow, a day at the ballpark. Hello? What? I'll have to call you back. I'm at the game.
Come on, man. Turn that thing off. We're trying to enjoy the game.
Oh, okay, but I can't figure
Just
out how.
turn the ringer off.
How? I'm pressing the right button.
Just turn it off.
But it won't go off.
Time for a trip to Choose Your Own Wireless, where they'll show you the ringer, but they won't put you through it. At Choose Your Own, you choose your service, your plan, and your phone. Find them at 2900 South Campbell, Cowan's Convenience Store in Stratford, and 2 locations in the Battlefield Mall. Choose Your Own Wireless, your locally owned, authorized Alltel agent.
It's time now for the Dodge Dealers of the Ozarks postgame show on the Jock 98.7. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge.
We welcome you back to Ray Winder Field here, Mike Linskog on the radio home of your Springfield Cardinals, Jock 98.7. We are also live around the world on the internet, courtesy of the good folks at the Jock, all available through the Cards website at springfieldcardinals.com. Wasabi, everybody. Hope you've had a tremendous Saturday afternoon/evening. The Cardinals fall in a heartbreaker here tonight. Is it the curse of Ray Winder? Well, I have no idea, but the Cardinals just flat out can't find a way to get a victory here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Tonight, in the bottom of the 9th inning, after the Cardinals tied it with a solo run in the 9th, Arkansas finds a way to win it as they pick up 3 consecutive singles. Driving in the game winner is Ryan Leahy as the Arkansas Travelers come up with a 4-3 victory over the Springfield Cardinals. 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error for the Arkansas Travelers. 3 runs, 10 hits, and 3 errors for the Springfield Cardinals. The winning pitcher, it becomes Von Sturzbach. He blows the save in the 9th inning, but looky what I found. He walks into a victory as he improves to 3-3. Jeremy Cook threw very well tonight in the first 2 innings that he pitched. He retired all 6 men that he faced, got the first down in the 9th inning, but then 3 consecutive singles opened up the door for the Arkansas Travelers as they sack Cookie with the loss. He falls to 2-3. Game time this evening, 2 hours, 35 minutes in front of 3,265 fans here on what turned out to be a hot, muggy, but yet beautiful evening here at Ray Winder Field. The Cardinals 0-5 now at Ray Winder and 2-8 against the Arkansas Travelers this season. Cards with the loss now fall to 31-31. Travs with the victory improve to 32-30, and they will keep pace with the Tulsa Drillers regardless of what the situation may be in Wichita, where at last check, the Tulsa Drillers, the division leaders, an 8-4 over the Wichita Wranglers in the 8th inning of play. Mike Linskog inviting you to stay tuned. Our Dodge Dealers of the Ozarks postgame report will return here to Little Rock, Arkansas's Ray Winder Field, and when we return, we'll of course have a scoring recap, G3 Boats catch of tonight's ball game, and then we'll kick it on back to the Jock Studios where Rob Evans is standing by live. He's going to go around the Major League Baseball and update you on scores there. Of course, the Big League Cardinals in action today at home against the New York Yankees. Randy Johnson had his way with the Cardinal offense. Rob will tell you about that. Meanwhile, he'll also have updates on the Texas League scoreboard as we're very interested to see what's going on in Wichita. The Cardinals lose tonight with a Tulsa victory. Their magic number to knock out the Springfield Cardinals would be just 2 more games. So, 4-3, Arkansas defeating the Springfield Cardinals here tonight at Ray Winder in the opening game of a 5-game series, and it's the opening game of a 9-game road trip. Cards fall 4-3. The Dodge Dealers of the Ozarks postgame show continues next here on Jock 98.7.
Today we're talking to new Dodge owners at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive.
I got a Dodge Ram with an available Hemi V8.
I got a Durango with the roomiest interior of any vehicle in its class.
I got a Magnum with over 70 cubic feet of maximum cargo space.
I got a wife, 2 kids, and a dog. Show me a Caravan.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer for some of our best deals and low payments on the Dodge you really want. Now at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive, or visit Dodge.com/sale. Interior room claim based on automotive news classification.
Springfield Cardinals dugout decks are the coolest way to enjoy a Cardinals game. For groups between 20 and 30 people, the dugout decks are a perfect way to enjoy an evening at Hammons Field. Plus, everyone in your group gets a free, one-of-a-kind Springfield Cardinals hat, which is only available to groups in the dugout decks. Jump online right now and take a look at those 20 free hats at SpringfieldCardinals.com. Call 417-863-2143 to reserve your dugout deck. Springfield Cardinals Baseball, the game you remember.
Mike Lindskog welcoming you back to Little Rock, Arkansas, where tonight it's the Travelers victorious over your Springfield Cardinals. Final score of 4-3. Wasabi, everybody. Hope you're off to a great start with your weekend here tonight. Cards with the loss fall to 31-31. Right now they are 6.5 games back of the division-leading Tulsa Drillers, who at last check leading in Wichita. A count there of 8-4. Drillers in front, as right now a Tulsa victory would knock the Springfield Cardinals 7 games off the pace, with only 8 remaining ball games in the 2005's first half split season. Here tonight, it's the Arkansas Travelers taking an early lead as we dance through your scoring recap. In the first inning, it was a very bizarre inning. Jeremy Cummings allows a leadoff single to Reggie Willits. He steals second base. Alberto Callaspo would ground one down to Travis Hansen, and they would get Mr. Willits caught in the proverbial pickle. It went back and forth, and by the time it was all said and done, they had ruled that Travis Hansen had got in the way of Reggie Willits, and interference was called. Hansen charged with an error, and therefore Willits was granted third base. Callaspo safe over at first base. Runners at first and third with nobody out, as Callaspo would get caught stealing for the first down of the inning. Then Erick Aybar would end up being plunked. He would steal second, keeping runners at second and third. Still just one out. Mike Napoli would bring home both runners with a 2-run triple off the top of the wall in left center field for Napoli. RBIs 41 and 42. One of the 2 runs that scores in the first inning against Jeremy Cummings is earned. One is unearned. 2-0 Arkansas at the end of 1 inning. Cummings would settle down, working a couple of consecutive scoreless frames all the way until the 5th inning. Top half of the 5th, the Cardinals would draw even at 2-2. Cody Harther with a leadoff home run, his first in a Double-A uniform. It went off the very top of the wall and bounced over the fence. Harther's first in a Springfield uniform. RBI number 2, that made it a 2-1 ball game. Kevin Estrada with a 1-out double would advance to third on a single from Sean Boyd. And with runners at the corners and only one away, Travis Hansen would pick up an RBI single to tie the game at 2. Travis took the lead at 3-2 in the bottom half of the 5th inning, getting another run against Jeremy Cook. Consecutive singles by Reggie Willits and Callaspo. Willits would steal second and score on the Callaspo single. That would make it a 3-2 ball game. We stayed 3-2 until the top half of the 9th inning. A 1-out walk issued to Aaron Herr on 5 pitches. Kevin Estrada would single to right field, and that would put runners at first and third as Herr would move down to the third base bag representing the tying run, just 90 feet away for Sean Boyd, who would lift one high in the air down the right field line. Murphy came over and made a running grab in foul territory. Herr would come in and score the game-tying run on the play. The ball went off the glove of Von Sturzbach and away from the catcher Mike Napoli on the play. Estrada tagged and moved from first to second, and then on E1 on Von Sturzbach, he would take third. However, Travis Hansen would ground out to end the 9th inning. Cards do get the equalizer, tying the game at 3. Jeremy Cook, who entered in the 7th inning and faced 6 men through 2 innings, retiring everyone he faced with a couple of strikeouts, ran into some trouble after getting the leadoff hitter Greg Porter to ground out to open the 9th inning. David Gates in the infield single. Mike Elward a single right back through the box into center field. With runners at first and second and only one out, the runners would be put into motion, and Ryan Leahy would ground one past the shortstop Kevin Estrada in the left field. Game-winning single as Pablo Bolivar could not charge and deliver to the plate on time as Ryan Leahy picks up the RBI game winner. Number 10 on the season as far as RBIs for Ryan Leahy. Travs win it in the bottom of the 9th as they take down the Springfield Cardinals. Final score of 4-3. Again, 4 runs on 9 hits and 1 error for the Arkansas Travelers. 3 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Springfield Cardinals. The win goes to Von Sturzbach after blowing the save in the 9th inning. He moves to 3-3. Cook takes the loss. He pitched well, but got rattled a bit in the 9th inning, giving up 3 consecutive singles and a run as Cook falls to 2-3. Game time again, 2 hours, 35 minutes in front of 3,265 here at Ray Winder. Tomorrow, we've got Game 2 of this 5-game series. As tomorrow afternoon, we're going to have a game time starting at 2 o'clock. Chris Lambert will get the ball for the Springfield Cardinals, as Lambert will be making his third appearance on the season since being called up from the Palm Beach Cardinals of the Florida State League. Lambert is 0-2 with a 6.75 earned run average. Sacked with losses at home against the Midland Rockhounds as well as the Wichita Wranglers. Lambert 0-2 with a 6.75 ERA, makes just his third outing of the season for the Springfield Cardinals as he takes on right-hander Delvin James of the Arkansas Travelers. James a record of 3-3 and a 4.50 earned run average. He'll be making his 15th appearance and his 6th as a member of the starting rotation. He pitched very well in his last outing against the Springfield Cardinals at Hammonds Field here about 2 weeks ago. Again, game time tomorrow afternoon here at Ray Winder Field is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we take to the airwaves right here on Jock 98.7 with your Farmers Insurance pregame show, as Rob will kick that off at 1:45 live from the Jock Studios there in Springfield. Again, 1:45 with your Farmers Insurance pregame report, 2 p.m. with your first pitch here at Ray Winder. Chris Lambert 0-2 for the Cardinals against Delvin James, a record on the season for James of 3-3 as they go for Springfield and Arkansas, respectively, tomorrow. On Monday night, we're back in gear with a 7:10 start time, so don't forget, back on track on Monday after tomorrow's 2 p.m. start time. Don't forget that the Cardinals do return home coming up here in just about 2 weeks anyways, as they return to Hammonds Field to take on the San Antonio Missions coming up on Thursday, June 23rd, literally just about 2 weeks from now. Tickets are available Monday through Friday by calling the Springfield Cardinals ticket office at area code 417-863-2143 or jump online right now and score some tickets online, www.springfieldcardinals.com. Just about ready to send it back to Rob Evans, who certainly has more vocal cords than I do tonight. Got to stop screaming. Rob should have imported you. Looking forward to seeing you next week in Tulsa as Robbie makes the trip to Tulsa with me. And finally, we can do this right here on the road. Our thanks to Rob Evans back at Studio Control. Stay tuned here as Rob's got the continuation of your Dodge Dealers of the Ozarks post-game report here as he'll have a look around Major League Baseball as well as a look at Texas League scores coming up. For all of us with the Springfield Cardinals, our thanks to you for your support of Cardinal baseball and, of course, for tuning in live right here on the radio home of your Springfield Cardinals, Jock 98.7. For all of us with the Cardinals, I'm a horse, Mike Linskog. Throw to the plate. I'm out.